That's my way of saying y'all losing some limbs today. Have fun. Huh?
I'd like to keep my limbs, thanks.
Well, you'd like to keep yours, but Clem... Don't worry, your arm will make great fertilizer. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, would Clem use her own body parts as fertilizer if she got it?
No, I try and put them back on.
What?
Let's say theoretically she lost the body part, she could not get it back. Would she use it as fertilizer? What would you do?
Say theoretically,
Wait, no.
My mouth tastes like blood.
Did you tilt your head back?
No, yes, that's what happened.
I was about to say, because
It's just-
that's what happened.
Yeah, it's just the blood from my nose.
I was gonna say, I'd end
Whoa.
up doing that thing from Adventure Time where I'd have a grass hand, except it would be vines. Or a leg, if it's the leg that
I
disappears.
like the fact that I said that, and then there was this awkward pausing silence, like everyone was like looking at me like,
I don't know what you said.
I knew exactly what was going on, motherfucker.
You're a vampire.
"Oh, okay, Matt, I need to suck blood now."
I'm glad you specified that.
You're a neat kind of vampire that,
God.
you know, you can self-sustain. As
If
long as you're drinking your own blood, you'll be fine.
there's any fictional media type of vampire RJ's from, it's What We Do in the Shadows, let's be real.
All right then.
You're not wrong.
Yes, succubus.
Anyway,
Really, Quinn?
I mean, am I
Oh my
wrong?
god. You are not, but fuck, dude.
Ethan, if you would.
I'm ready to jump back into things.
Yeah.
I
Wonderful.
can't stand, but okay.
All right, okay, we were going to a church. That's what was happening.
So what happened last time is you all found you reached the end of the cave. You found a big old chameleon with two heads who was always landing on its feet. Had a bit of a scuffle. Nothing too dangerous. Some people may have gotten whipped by a tongue, possibly. And one person got rammed and bit in the shoulder. Possibly the person who, doffed her armor. But,
Tactical nudity.
actual nudity. But you did manage to best it with a boomerang to the side of the head. Great way to go. You took some of it. Well, not you. Davi and Clem took some of the skin. Davi is having it currently tanned in town.
Davi took all of it. I just helped him take it off.
Well, you didn't take all of the skin. You didn't have time to take all the skin. You got enough for a Kenku-sized cloak.
Yeah.
Davi took all of what we ripped off.
Oh,
of it.
yeah. You briefly spoke to Jag, the guard captain, who's currently standing in on mayoral duties as Mayor Linden did not show up for work. You briefly checked in on her after interrogating the prisoners. And you found out one guy was so afraid between his previous intimidation via large cat samurai and the guy he answered to that he bit off his own tongue. The other guy, however, the big guy with the scar, felt sorry for Davi after some friendship talks and decided to tell you where he was getting his shipments from. Insisted you were going to die if you went there, and you all took that, however seriously your characters take that.
With a grain of salt.
And, ooh,
Yes.
how about some pepper? A little garlic
Yeah.
pepper.
Friendly conversation of sending someone off to what you think is their death.
And
Push it
upon
real good. Do.
and upon hearing that he would die if he did this, Cedric internally laughed for reasons that we may have learned.
We also
Reasons that we have yet to completely discover.
The characters haven't, the players have, sort of.
we also have to point out,
I think
getting
it's
there.
character.
we
I
have to
completely
point out the
forgot
most
it.
important thing that happened.
Hmm?
Zeshi and Clem got a rivalry.
That's right.
No.
One-sided
No,
rivalry.
A one-sided rivalry.
Only Zeshi has the rivalry. Clem is a confused contestant.
Davi's friendship that only Zeshi is participating in.
And Davi is willing to give out his friendship equally.
Clem's just here for the ride, man.
But other than that, you all left the interrogation discussing on whether to immediately go to the church he spoke of or handle something else, and that's where we ended for the evening. So.
Also, oh, sorry. I was just going to say, it's ironic that Clem's there for the ride when she is our ride.
I mean, if you need a ride. My cart's really small, though.
Yeah, you haven't actually been using the cart to transport. Everyone's been walking so far.
Yeah.
It's meant mostly for product.
Fruits, herbs.
Davi?
Don't worry about the rest.
Davi is a product.
Davi is a product.
It is capable of holding a few humanoids worth of weight at a time.
Davi in a can.
For reasons that only I and Cedric now officially know.
True. Yeah, there was a breakfast had. There was wine spilled on a certain somebody.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Which
Oh, yeah, he was poopy for a little bit.
you may not still be on the hook for.
He was poopy for a little bit because Zeshi did not use all natural.
Yeah, she did not use the all-natural soaps he insisted on to clean him. Regardless, you were all finishing up breakfast and deciding how to go about your current objectives. So how will you all proceed?
Well, I need to go home at some point. I still have a business, thank you very much.
Take care of your business.
Well, I have to go home and get more product, you see.
Where is home? Where do you go? Where is this?
What direction is home?
Valorn? Your town is to the east.
Shall we decide a name now? Because both you and I have not.
We
do
can
we?
look at that later.
Could just look at the Faerun map or something.
We can worry about that part later.
My favorite town.
Ah, yes, I love
Can you
that.
send me that so I can decide that later?
I mean, if you want to just take a name off the map, sure.
I think it would be fun to just go.
If we're actually going to make something later, I'll just say it's east.
Just drop the
Which I don't know if that's
character.
away from where we're headed for this.
The church, he said, was to the north.
I suppose we could take a diversion.
I mean,
My
it's not
assistant
much
will
of a
be
diversion
expecting it,
for
though.
anyone but you.
But David thought he was your assistant. Do you have other assistant?
Yes, I have an assistant I got before you that stays at my home and does her job. Lola, you're blocking my light. What are you doing?
Who is this? What they do? They earn your friendship more than David.
I believe a working relationship and a friendship are not always the same thing, Davi.
Oh, we're friends. She lives at my house. I feed her.
So-
She's practically
so-
a little sister at this point.
So right as Cedric says that, Davi was about to go, and then Clem says that, and he goes right back to looking at Clem like he's been betrayed.
Good. Now Clem's got
Dobby,
two one-sided
have-
rivalries.
I tried to give you an out,
People can
Nope.
have more than one friend.
Zeshi pats
No.
Davi on the head. Don't worry, Davi. I'll be your best friend.
Note to self: Davi might kill assistant. in friendship for self.
I think you would like Poxybot. She's small and very sweet.
You can have more than one friend. This is okay in Davi book, but Davi want to be your best friend.
Zeshi looks heartbroken.
Heartbreak all around.
Very.
I don't think I've had a best friend before. Most people end up hating me.
Okay, then Davi is your new best friend.
Zeshi's on the ground, lying down. Dead.
Right?
You okay there?
Davi's going to look at Zeshi on the ground and go, do you want Davi to be your best friend too?
Zeshi suddenly springs up and picks up Davi. Yes! Yes!
Okay, this is not too uncommon. This is what Yargoth would do.
I'll be your best friend, Dobby.
I think that
And
means
then-
you've overshot best friend and gone straight to dad. Congratulations.
Sure.
Well, hold
take
on. That's family is a whole other thing. Davi, do you consider Zeshi your dad?
So Davi's gonna sit there and think. Davi has never had 2 dates before. Usually just one.
Also, I suppose she'd technically be considered your mom, rather.
Note to self: caution using sarcasm around this one.
Davi has not had this thing you called mom. It has been talked about. Yargoth has explained to Davi, but Davi not have this. And he's gonna look over to Cedric. Perhaps maybe Cedric could be Davi's mom?
So this church that was supposed to be investigating, yes?
Right, this church. I
Wait,
suppose we
why-
can divert there.
Why? You guys are all talking over him. Wait, Cedric, why did you ignore question?
My cart is small, but I suppose I'm due for an upgrade eventually.
And just
Davi.
under all the voices, I feel like you're ignoring Davi on purpose.
Dobby, it's okay. Cedric will be a great mom.
Wait, does that mean I have to get 1 million platinum to send Cedric to mom school?
What to be a... Would you?
I think Cedric would make good mom.
Cedric is having many regrets right now.
I'm not...
Is Groovy making noise right now?
Yeah, I set it up.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, I only heard it so faintly. I was like, what the fuck is that sound?
There
I
we
don't
go.
hear Groovy at all.
Turn it up on the stream.
There we go.
I had it muted. That's why.
The bird noises sounded like Lola screaming. I was like, why are you screaming at me?
Why
What do
are
you
you
need?
screaming?
Yeah, the mixing's a little off on this one, but I still like it in general.
That's fair. If you would agree to perhaps help me purchase a larger cart so that I may carry all of you, and maybe a horse so we don't kill my donkey.
It seems
Much
that procuring.
money, but I can
Just
certainly walk.
looks at you.
It seems that procuring a more serious means of transport is in order. All things considered.
Davi does not have 2 million platinum to buy cart and or horse.
Well, good
And wait,
news.
Ash is looking at me in
This-
horror?
Yeah.
Good news. That is significantly
I'm not
cheaper than
selling
2
it.
million platinum.
No, he looked at you the second you said, kill my donkey.
Don't kill my donkey. You'll be fine.
So less
Good
than 1
boy.
million platinum. 3 million platinum.
All right. We'll have
do you
the
know
economics
how-
discussion another time.
Dobby, do you need to count?
Yes, it's 1 million platinum, 2
Can you
million.
start from 1?
Davi, honey, there's really no such thing as mom school.
What do you mean there's no such thing as mom school? We have to
There's
send
no-
Cedric.
There's no school for moms. You just kind of learn along the way.
Then
Where I'm
Davi.
from, you just become...
So we
Also,
have,
in order
we
to
have
be a
to get
mother-
Cedric pregnant to send him to mom school.
He can't get pregnant, Davi. He's a
Why not?
not a woman.
I'm going to go looking for a place to get transportation. I'm
Davi thinks Cedric
moving.
would make a great woman.
I am leaving the conversation.
Zeshi's dying of laughter.
Gain the ability to have
Well,
children
going
by
to follow
becoming a
that,
woman. Couple more steps, Davi.
How many steps? No, Davi does not care. There could be 100 steps. Davi will help Cedric become the best mom.
What if
And-
Cedric want to be a mom?
Stay away from that.
Yeah, just gone.
This conversation is continuing, but it is fading into the distance along with Zeshi's roarous laughter,
All
as
right.
she is unable to continue to stand.
All right,
Um,
transportation. Where would I go to secure some?
Well, Edma, you did happen to visit a carriage company while you were looking around for initial information.
Do I know of this carriage company? I am currently on my own.
No,
Oh,
I
it was behind you.
followed you.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Cedric,
Edma
do you know
also
what you're
decided
looking
this was
for?
not a conversation she wished to be in.
Cedric is looking for mom school.
You can believe
Cedric,
that
do
if
you know what you're looking for right now?
Any type of place that sells means of transportation, if it's a rental or we have to buy a carriage.
Yes, I know of one by the Smith.
Excellent. Which way?
By the Smith.
Do I know which way that is?
You have a general idea of where that is.
Do I have to go
You
back
get
through
much
that?
anymore, but you recall.
Do I have
Sort
to,
of.
Do I have to go back through the rest of the group?
No, there's another
You-
way you
If
can
you
go.
if you want me to trade in my cart so that it's cheaper, yes.
Oh, Cedric is not even thinking about that right now. He's just like focusing on other things.
Yeah, I think he heard Cedric get pregnant. He's like, nope, I'm out.
Cedric, what are your thoughts on this newly obtained motherhood you've obtained from
I don't
Dobby?
want to talk about it.
It's okay. I know of some people back in my home village that were ashamed to be mothers too.
I will stab you.
You wouldn't be the first person.
Oh,
No, I should recommend against it.
Clem's over here trying to stand up for him, and he's like, I just want this conversation to end.
To
Please.
cease and to never be spoken of again.
Says she's trying to help too.
Is she-
She's a bit incapable of doing anything but losing her oxygen rapidly.
Yep.
Dovey, you can't force people to be things they don't want to be.
Well, it's not that I want to force Cedric to be good mom. I think Cedric has potential to be good mom. And I
But he
think...
doesn't want to be one, so regardless of the potential, you should be putting him through that.
I'm not putting Cedric through motherhood. He's committed
You want to put
this.
him through mom school.
Well,
Your
why
own
not?
words.
Okay, well, where is mom's school?
There is no mom school.
Well, then...
Moving that. That continues like that, and Zeshi, every time you try to compose yourself, Dobby says something again, and you fall right back over.
I feel like this is just an ongoing Abbott.
Oh,
and
this is just
This is an ongoing Abbott and Costello sketch in the background.
waiting for them to yell third base.
Yeah.
Alright, Cedric, you and Edma do swiftly getting, possibly thankfully, further away from that conversation. Do make your way to the Blazing Trail Carriage Company.
All right.
Heading inside, you're both greeted by someone Edma has briefly met. A fairly tall half-orc, only actually a touch shorter than her, not by much, maybe an inch. Semi-formal clothing and a very large grin on his face. Ah, Miss Cat, I see you've brought someone else. Have you changed your mind? Do you think you need some good old-fashioned transportation?
As a matter of fact, we would be looking for some means of transport for 5 individuals, one on the smaller side, heading north. Do you have
Well,
anything
yeah,
like that?
yeah, and he's gonna just, slide behind both of you, put an arm around each of your shoulders, and bring you in.
Don't touch
Perfect. Come right on over to my desk. We'll work something out in absolutely no time. Okay, cool. So you said 5, right? And he'll lead you over to a desk, circle on the other side, and pull out paperwork. 5, one on the smaller side. How far north are we talking?
Do we know?
Less than a day.
Less than a day's travel.
Less than a day's travel. Are you looking for a driver, or can you do it yourself?
Well, let's
We
talk.
have someone that could do it themselves, don't we?
We do. We should perhaps talk price difference.
Oh, sure. So a cart that size will normally run you about 10 silver a day. If you're doing less, I can do 5. But it is not cheap to keep drivers on my payroll, so it jumps up to a gold a day.
I see.
I need to keep these guys fed, or they don't stick around. You see what I'm saying?
Then perhaps just the carriage should do fine, as we have a driver, I believe.
Sure.
Would you agree? Talking to.
I do believe that she's confident enough to drive that, yes.
Now, will you be needing animals, horses, or do you have something?
I believe we have a donkey who is likely insufficient for the task at hand.
Ooh, yeah, no, not for a cart that size, especially with your big friend here in that full metal armor. Poor donkey's gonna snap its own neck.
That would have been my assumption. So what do we have in that department then?
Oh, plenty of horses that can pull that cart, no problem. One horse will probably do you fine. That's an extra 10 silver for a day. Again, I can cut it in now.
Wait, Cedric just like 200 silver, so two gold. Wait a minute.
I'm kidding. I see the look on your face. Altogether, given the rates, trip there and back, it should be... Well, tell you what. New customer discount. I can charge you 7 silver for the horse and the carriage for the round trip. How's that sound?
I look at Edma just like...
Sounds good to
That
me.
does MIA.
No, I'm back.
Perfect.
I think we'll take it.
And he's going to start writing down and spin the paper around, push it towards you with an inkwell. Now, I just need you both to sign on the bottom. Or one of you. It doesn't have to be both, but...
I'll sign. Edna will take the quill and
Cedric
write
is
her name.
quietly
I'm gonna write
thankful.
it in Leonin.
Cedric does not even know if...
The guy's going to take it back, spin it around.
It's in my native tongue.
That's not the problem. I'm actually just... How do you pronounce that?
She snarls.
Okay.
You can call me
Miss-
Edna.
Perfect. I was about to ask. It's just so darn hard. We don't mind, signing another...
God.
Signing your name in other languages is fine, but... Anything else people try to write in another language? And it's like, no,
Hey guys,
it's not right.
Edma's on the camera.
A new challenger approaches.
No, that's just Phoebe's cat familiar. No worries.
Wahoo.
That's Clem's
Okay.
familiar.
Now, how quickly do you need this?
Who is it? Lola, what are you doing?
Well, we have to go
Ma'am.
and collect the other 3, and then we'll probably be back. Do you think you can
Why
have
are
it
you
ready
such
by
a
then?
goblin?
And he'll just kind of glance out the window, looking at the sun. Yeah, I can have it ready in less than an hour.
Excellent.
There is a barn house directly next door to us. Meet us right outside there. We'll have the cart prepared for you. Now, just so we're aware, we do not provide supplies. That's on you.
We should be good.
I'll let you pay for the premium package, but that is for people doing long distances. Doesn't sound like you guys need that.
We should be fine.
We should not.
Perfect. All right. If you will meet us there as soon as you've got your companions with your payment, we will be set to go. And careful across any owlbears you might find. That's how I lost the other tusk. And as he points, you notice he actually only does have one tusk. Though the other doesn't seem to have like a stump or anything.
Good to know. Let's see if our companions are still... see if they've reached a resolution to the conversation.
And whatever you gotta do, pal.
I will...
He'll get up and start calling to his workers like, all right, boys, we gotta get a cart ready real soon. How? Somebody rattled up the horses and
I will...
get your hand out of the cash box.
Yeah, well, I will go and try and hear from a distance if the sound of Zeshi's laughter and loud Davi proclamations are carrying on the distance.
As the conversation concluded.
Edna's just
At this point, I probably would have just crossed my arms and stopped looking at Davi like you just... Wait, now I'm pinching my nose like...
Oh, yeah, so she's pinching her nose. Davi's sitting there drinking out of a mug and just kind of just saying into it. Cedric with the mom as he's just drinking out of it.
And you find Zeshi just like wiping it. I'm assuming for comedic effect, but Tyler can correct me absolutely. Just like wiping the tears away.
I'll approach, not even looking at Davi, just like, we've secured a cart, 7 silver for a round trip. Whenever we are ready, we can go make that happen.
He follow his maternal instinct.
I
Davi
don't...
is right.
It was
We're going on a
my
family
fault, by the way.
trip.
So we're renting a cart.
That sounds like That's
And
sounds like
if
the
we don't
deal.
kill your
Yes.
donkey.
Right, that means I'm going to have to leave my donkey here. I'm assuming it's round trip, so we're coming back.
That was the deal. Yeah, we can probably renegotiate if you would like to change that, but
Well,
The only issue then is that I need to find someone to take care of Ash while I'm gone.
you're friendly with
Seems like
the mayor and the guard captain, and there is that one guy who cannot sleep.
Davi, they're busy people. They can't just pay attention to my animal all day.
Hmm.
Well, even
Perhaps-
part of the day for some of them. Mox. We'll see. Perhaps for a small fee, the transport center would be able to house Ash for the period of time we will be gone. Be a shame if I died, though.
I don't
Might just
think we're
lose the
gonna
poor
die.
boy. Well,
You'll be fine.
you never know.
Don't be such a
Death is
pessimist.
natural.
Don't be such a pessimist. Davi's here.
Oh, I'm not a pessimist. I'm aware that death is a common occurrence in people who rush into
When
things.
Davi die, he want to go to Elbath.
You want to go to what?
Davi want to go to Elbath. It is like heaven, but for giants.
Owl bath?
No, Elbath. Do you have rocks in ears?
Maybe I do. I don't know.
Get that checked out.
In that case, let's head back to your transportation place. Unless they need more time to get ready.
They said it would be ready in less than.
Then I'll grab Ash and start heading back that way.
Okay, no problem.
See if I can't get him boarded there.
Yeah, you reach the barn within about 10 minutes. It's not a long walk. And yeah, outside the barn, there's already a cart. The horse is being strapped up by some worker, and the half-orc is standing there waiting. Ah, brilliant. You brought everybody.
He said we would do.
Do you need a hook to get the little cart on the big cart?
No, I'm the owner of the cart and donkey, and I don't think I want to bring him or it along, as I use it for business, not adventuring, I suppose. Any chance I can board him here, or is there another place nearby?
The employee almost like a programmed response, just kind of glance over his shoulder. It's a silver per night, and the half-orc's just gonna wave his hand. No. First time customers, Jeremy. You gotta treat them nicely. First night's free. Well,
How many nights are we planning on being
night.
gone?
Shouldn't take too long.
Oh, your friend said it should take maybe a day max.
Yes, probably one day.
I'll give you an extra silver just in case. Of course, you can
Tell you
charge
what,
me after.
if you take longer, I'll charge you when you get back.
All right.
But
So-
y'all do have to pay for the cart now.
We're in this barn, right?
You're outside
We're
the
We're outside the barn.
the stables, yeah.
Can he see any of the dogs?
No, because there are no dogs, and you're gonna take a level down for that.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, you can see a few of the other horses inside, just sitting in stables, being led around, some eating.
Davi will look at this man and say, "I'm quite impressed. You have large collection of dogs."
Davi, they are not dogs.
He's
They're
actually
horses.
a little bit concerned. You didn't tell me you had a brain damaged one.
No,
He's
this,
a
Not
child.
brain damaged. He's just
Davi does
young
not have
and
brain
impressionable and doesn't listen to us sometimes.
Yargoth told Davi that people down the mountain have dogs. Lots and lots of dogs. Davi has seen these things, and people have lots of them. Therefore, they must be dogs.
No, there are dogs, and then these are horses. There are lots of things that people have lots and lots of, and not all of them are dogs.
Listen to your friend here, kid.
Dear friend.
Just like Ash is a donkey, these are horses, and are there any like dogs in the vicinity running around?
Not at the moment.
I'll point out a dog to you when we see one. I'm sure it'll be inevitable.
Oh yeah, if you're here around midday, plenty of people are out with their dogs.
Dogs are typically smaller than people.
Much smaller than horses.
Much. And they don't pull carts too well. They pull sleds okay.
Unless they're dire, in which case you can't ride them or use them as cart
Well,
pullers.
let's not confuse them too much just yet.
Too much information, Mike.
Yeah, Davi's just sitting there, like, side-eyeing everybody who's, like, saying this to him, just looking at them suspiciously.
Davi, do you know the word horse?
Yes. Davi knows the word, this horse word.
And how do you not know what a horse is?
Because Davi has seen horse before.
Let's-
When
let's-
Davi came
Go
down
ahead.
from the mountain, he saw a horse. Little boy was playing with horse
Oh.
in his yard.
Okay.
All right.
Is he gonna be a risk because that costs
he,
extra?
he can take care
No,
of
he's
himself.
a good
Yeah, right.
child. He's just a little confused
Let
sometimes.
me let's try putting it this way. I'll sort of kneel down in front of Davi, put my hands together. All right. So you listen. Your father Yargoth. You listened to him in all things. Yes, you took all of his word at face value because he is a trustworthy individual. Correct?
He's gonna look at you and go, "Are you trying to be my mom, Cedric?"
No. Stop.
Cedric is ashamed of his mother.
Ooh,
Don't bring it
maybe
up.
I should just getting damaged.
You stay out of
He's
this.
not a liability, sir.
So
He's just misled sometimes.
my-
He's actually quite good at
So-
fighting.
Yargoth, I'm sure Yargoth is a fine, great individual. However, does Yargoth live amongst humans? And
No.
those like them?
Yargoth lives on top of a mountain with Davi.
So,
It's just him and Yargoth. And the occasional bear that Yargoth step on.
with that in mind, given on one side Yargoth and on the other those who live in society, which of the two do you think would know more about this society's customs and creatures?
Yargoth.
I don't think it's not that Yargov doesn't know. I think it's that you misunderstand what Yargov had said, and we're just providing clarification.
We're only trying to help you, Davi.
Just get on the card.
He's just gonna sit there perplexed as he's climbing on the back of the cart.
Oh, about payment.
Yes.
Right,
You would
understood.
like to-
How much silver did you promise this man?
Seven.
7, first-time discount for new customers.
I confront the whole cost.
Perfect. Now I am gonna warn you, glancing over at the cart, you're on the hook for repairs with this contract.
Well, I wouldn't imagine we'd be damaging it of our own volition, but that's understandable.
I'm not saying you all are gonna wreck it. If I thought you were, I wouldn't rent to you in the first place.
It will
But-
break on us on the way there of its own volition, will it? And I'm kind of squinting at him.
No, it won't, and you may inspect it if you please. If I did that, I wouldn't be in business.
I'll look through it real
Go for
quick.
it. But, pretty sure Mayor Lyndon would have kicked me out a long time ago if I was trying to pull that kind of crap.
Listen, we've been dealing with shady business to begin with, and not the productive kind. I'm just gonna give it a quick once over.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me investigation.
Ah! Lola, you're sitting on my dice chest. Good girl. She's guarding it. Good. Honey or blood?
Think honey for this.
Honey it is.
The cart desires blood.
We're about to find out.
The honey committed suicide. I can't tell what that is. Blood it is!
The
It's all
cart
the way-
desires blood.
It's all the way over there and I can't get it immediately.
Ethan, you need to play the Titanic recorder fucking theme because the honey dice committed suicide.
That was an investigation roll?
Yeah.
Well, a 19 point plus 2 should do it.
You mean a 21? That will absolutely do it. It will also show you this cart, while not in pristine condition, is in good working order.
It should last
Severe
us the
damage.
day.
Minus any owlbear attacks, of course.
Of course.
Davi has seen owlbear before. It is like regular bear, but feathery.
I've always wondered where they came from. Such weird creatures.
I'm gonna say they came from space.
Mad wizard, long time ago. Nobody remembers his name.
I'm sorry, what is space?
Past
Space
the
is
sky where the stars are?
Up there. It's like if you keep going and going and going and going, you get to space.
I'm sure Yargoth.
Never heard anything like that in my home.
Edna, where the stars are.
I know what the stars are, but I've never heard of space.
Well, it's like have you ever been in big field and you're like, wow, there's a lot of space here. Imagine big field, but there's no field and there is just nothing, and it is an all-consuming black void where all hope goes to die. It is space.
There are hamsters up
Does she
there,
just looks at,
Motherfucker!
so I'm told.
so she just looks at.
The only hope for Domo to go there.
What was that, Tyler?
So she just looks at Davi, just like, where did that come from?
Jesus Christ, Dobby.
I mean, that is how Yargov described it.
You don't know what a horse is, but you know that.
He's teachable. He's just stubborn.
He is raised by giants. What is stubborn?
Well, miss, does it meet your inspections, or is there something that needs to be repaired?
It's fine. Thank you for letting me check.
Of course.
I think we're ready to set out unless anyone has something they need to do.
Time is money and time is a wasting. We might as well go.
I agree.
You got a wise friend among you. Best of luck out there, gents and gals. And remember, don't fall off the horse. It's how I lost a tusk.
If we die, please make sure my donkey goes to a good home. Don't just lose him to the wild.
He's going to be in the stables the entire time. He's going to be fed, brushed, bathed if he needs it.
He might need it. He's a little dusty boy. And I'm gonna hop onto the cart.
No worries. Safe travels, you all. Bring the cart back in one piece, please.
We will try.
Best I can.
Foreshadowing intensifies.
The cart. It's just like we fucking leave town.
Splits in half
We
down the middle.
it like tanks on one pebble the entire cart, just nuclear explosion.
The cart's made of nitroglycerin.
Oh my god.
Like I told you, the cart desires blood.
Wait, the cart was designed by what's his face? What's his name? Butterball.
Oh,
The Butterball cart.
Oh, the Butterball designed the cart.
now, Butterball does not have
No.
creation in him anywhere. He's all destruction.
Is not an engineer. He's only a demolitionist.
Yeah, I'm
Need to drive this.
Ethan, this one's for you, but I'm pretty sure if Butterball designed a cart, it would just be a casket and you would say, okay, get in.
Get in.
Anyway,
Regardless, okay, so who's driving?
I think
We forgot to mention, we saved on prices by having you be the driver. We figured you
Or
would
one of us,
be
but I
able
would
to.
assume that the one with
If Glenn
driving-
cannot drive the dog, Dovey will do it.
I'll do it if Clem decides she doesn't.
Why? Are you better
Don't.
dog drive dog
Considering I know
drive?
what the animal is, yes.
I don't mind driving the cart, but I typically walk beside Ash when I travel, so you have to pardon me if it's a little rough around the edges.
Fair enough.
Fine by me. If you would feel more comfortable not, I can certainly try.
All right. All logic demands that I should stop having this discussion, but I simply can't resist. Davi, what exactly did Yargoth tell you about horses specifically?
Yargoth told Davi that horses were kept by people.
Hmm. All right.
And that's it.
And what did he tell you about dogs?
Lots of people have dogs. You will see many dogs. And people like dogs. So Davi has seen many of these, and people have many of these, so it must be dog.
But which did you see first? The ones that are ridden, or the ones that you saw the child playing with?
Well, Davi saw other dog. It was like this one, but smaller.
Like Ash?
No, smaller than Ash.
Could it have been a pony?
What is a pony?
It's a small horse.
No, it was small dog.
I'm getting
Chihuahua
confused
sound.
now and a
So,
slight headache. Can we
you're saying-
please just go?
Yeah. All right. We'll pick this up later. I
You
swear
can
we'll.
talk in the cart.
Oh, I swear we'll
Just
have
get in.
we'll have to go to Yargoth himself to clarify the difference.
Clem,
You guys
if
want to? You all sit there with like both of his hands like this. You guys want to meet Yargoth?
Maybe
Oh, for
someday.
sure. I would love to meet the marvelous man who taught me your way.
Okay.
Clem, if you get tired of driving the cart, I can take over for you.
Appreciated.
Actually, you back there, you know magic. I've heard there's magic that can communicate over long distances. Do you happen to have any of that, or?
Sending's kind of a higher level spell.
Yeah, I don't know. Cedric doesn't know that.
Zeshy just looks at him like, no.
Alright, well, worth a shot. Keep me posted.
Zeshy's just like cataloging her spells for a second, but like no utility spells whatsoever.
Anyway,
Well,
small talk aside, I believe we're continuing on.
Clem has already hopped onto the cart and is ready to go.
Davi's hanging out on the back.
Oh, I assumed we were already moving, and this was just conversation we were having.
We're already moving, and I'm gonna need to make some checks to drive this cart because I do not have proficiency with land vehicles.
That
Oh.
is true.
Interesting.
I don't know why you guys assume that.
Well,
You have a cart and an animal?
Yes, a small cart with a donkey that I walk beside.
We didn't know that.
I have proficiency.
You didn't ask.
It's
Well,
more of a wagon than a car.
Wait, Zeshi, you have land proficiency with vehicles?
Yes, I do.
Oh, then you
Sorry.
should drive.
Can we
That's
take
why I
a
offered to
moment
take
to
over.
observe that sentence? Land proficiency with vehicles.
Proficiency with land vehicles.
I have proficiency with land. Except dirt throws it at you.
Pocket
I'll show you.
sand.
Show you
Pocket
proficiency
sand.
with land. Pocket sand.
I'll show you movers. Pocket sand. Man,
God, if I was in the Avatar fucking universe, I'd be an earthbender. I would just do that. Just keep fucking dirt in my
I think
pockets.
it'd be even funnier if you weren't an earthbender. Just pocket sand.
I mean, it's basically what Katara does. She keeps a little vial of water that she
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pocket water. Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Yeah, nobody, Aang, pocket air.
Comes from in our pocket.
Evil airbending. Airbend away the air from people's heads and make them suffocate.
I mean,
Create
Could an
vacuum.
Season
airbender
3
take
of
all
Korra
the air
be
out
like-
of your lungs and then suffocate
That
you?
Yeah,
literally-
there was a villain that did that in Korra.
I didn't watch
I didn't watch
Korra.
Korra.
Yeah, there was.
Dude airbended the air out of someone's lungs.
yep,
Yeah.
it was
Yep.
fucking brutal.
Yikes.
Hold on, I can probably find it.
We don't need it right this second, Tyler.
I know.
All I know from Korra was that it was basically just torture porn
That's
It was. It really was.
was
and
it?
a really
My-
shitty main
That
character.
Korra got with a girl and that
I-
was hot, and that's all I heard about it.
Disagreed greatly with that assessment.
Okay, all right, hang on.
How
I'm not here to do
We can argue about
Even
Korra
criticism.
another time. but-
Yeah, we're playing
I'm not gonna
D&D,
argue this,
we're
just-
not starting a flame war.
I don't think anyone here is starting a flame war, but we're also not starting a debate team.
So, who's driving the vehicle? Is it gonna be Zeshi? Is it gonna be...
I think
I can
Zeshi's
drive
the only one of us proficient at
Zeshi has
cars.
proficiency with land.
But this hasn't been brought up just yet.
Well, if Zeshi wants to scoot up and be like, hey, I can actually drive this, I heard you were like,
Is Zeshi
I'll
going to
just
do so?
move back.
Yeah, I said if you get tired of, I said if you get tired of driving it,
I don't
You
see
know how
why
to drive this
Zeshi
station.
wouldn't, because Zeshi now has the opportunity to be superior to Clem and drive the cart.
Well, does Clem actually say that she doesn't know actually how to do it? How to
Yeah.
drive?
I
Oh.
said that right before I hopped in. I was like, well, I typically walk, but if that's what you want me to do, I'll do it. But if you have proficiency, by all means,
Yeah. I'll
make
drive
sure
the
we
car.
don't die.
Yeah, just you'll get in the driver's seat. I typically walk too, but I know how to drive this thing.
Go for it.
I'll just say
I know how to ride Italian.
while the cart's going, I'm going to whip out my mortar and pedestal and
Pedestal?
Golden
Yeah.
pestle?
pestle,
Pestle.
whatever the fuck.
It sounds
Brain,
like something Dobby would
words.
say.
I had blood drained from my nose. I am. Yeah, he'll break out his mortar and he will take out some plants and herbs and whatnot and begin mashing them in it.
What are you making?
Oh, Davi is making soap.
Fair enough. I could probably make some tinctures while I'm here. Shame I don't have my formula. Clem's actually going to take a seat and kind of. This isn't a hooded one. This is like an open cart, right?
No, it's a
What
hooded
kind?
one.
Is it hooded?
It's a
Okay,
hooded.
she's gonna lean back and kind of just close her eyes and vibe for a bit.
Yeah, it's a covered cart. It's got a little flap on the back.
Edma's gonna take out her rations and start eating.
So Clem, maybe about, I'd say 20 minutes into closing your eyes, a not so great smell hits your nose.
I'm just gonna ignore it.
I think it hits everyone's nose.
I've dealt with bad smells before.
Yeah.
Edma, who is trying to eat, is going to smell this and move to the other side of the cart.
Okay. I guess nobody wants to know what I'm dealing with right now.
I mean,
You
Oh,
said you're
upon-
making soap. That's all
upon
I
smelling
need
it,
to know.
Cedric is going to voluntarily stop breathing, so he doesn't have to.
Well, that's enough of that.
Can I notice that Cedric is not breathing?
I'd argue no, it's not terribly obvious at all.
You're a little preoccupied with making
It's not like
soap.
he's got big puffed up cheeks. To you, it just kind of looks like he's sitting there.
I would
Yeah,
be,
if any of you
I
are
wouldn't
one-
mind if you wanted to do a perception check, but that's up to you, DM.
I'll give him a chance, but it will not be easy.
That's fair.
That. There it is. 17, 21?
Shit.
Looks like he's holding his breath.
Alright. For any of you that are wondering what I'm actually doing, I'm using deer fat to make soap that's been hanging out in my fucking clothing
figured it was
for
something
God
like that.
knows how long.
Oh, Clem's not even going to be phased by the smell then. Clem appears completely and totally content. She's breathing like normal.
I feel like the only thing that sometimes catches Clem off guard is extensively pleasant smells.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
not
that's
even,
accurate.
well, is that just like, oh man, been a while since that's happened.
Yeah. It's like, damn, that smells good. I haven't.
Is
Good
my
smells
thing in
everywhere.
full bloom? What is this?
Yeah, she smells like that old tavern a couple towns back.
There was
Yeah,
tavern.
that's what the guy threw up in the middle of your story.
There was tavern that smelled like deer fat.
Oh, is that what that smell is? Yeah.
Constitution save, roll to vomit.
So Davi's gonna look at Cedric, and while he's making this soap. So, Cedric, why do you wander? Why do you go? Where do you go? Are you looking for somebody? Are you looking for something?
You could say that.
Davi knows what you are looking for.
What's that?
Friendship.
You just hear Cedric die inside.
Yeah, Cedric's
I'm looking
soul.
Yeah. I'm looking for knowledge.
Oh,
Answers, I guess you could say.
what kind of answers you look for?
There are things I don't remember about my past that I would like to learn.
Well, past is important, but Yorgoth say it does not quite matter what you used to be. What matters is what you are going to be.
You're gonna be
Cedric will immediately just like brace himself for what comes next after that. Don't say it.
Don't say what.
Tommy, you're going to be a giant, right? That's what you're going to be?
Well, that is the plan. Davi wants to be just like Yorgoth, big and strong, and have control over the storms, like Yorgoth.
Sounds
as-
like
Yargov controls the weather.
Well, Yorgoth is storm giant, so he has some command over clouds and lightning and that type of thing.
Clem kind of peeks one eye open, is like watching this. You're just calmly like watching the conversation go by, half napping, half listening.
Edna's gonna finish up the rations she was eating. And,
Yorgoth is not very good cook. He he'd pick up deer and hold it up like this, and wait for lightning to strike to cook deer. It's okay after the first 5 times, but I'd say hereafter, too crunchy, overcooked, lightning is not good source to cook deer.
Sounds like an ineffective way of cooking your meal.
Well, it was very efficient, but not very tasty.
What
Davi
happens if
preferred-
there's no? Sorry. What happens if there's no lightning?
Well, it's not really a question of if there is no lightning, because Yargoth can call down lightning whenever he wants.
Ah, right, storm giant.
Did he not consider calling the lightning down on some wood and setting a fire and cooking using that?
That is a good point. Why did Yargoth not do that? Davi would use rocks. He'd bang rock together to make spark and make fire, so he could cook deer slowly. Davi
Maybe
liked that better.
Argoth thought he was cooler by cooking his meals.
I mean,
just.
Davi will
Maybe he
not
was-
deny that there was certainly a level of coolness to cooking entire deer in 2 seconds with lightning strike.
Maybe he was impatient and just wanted his food quickly.
I know.
That
Fast
is-
food does not beget good food.
What does a storm giant eat?
Hey, when you're hungry, you're hungry.
Yargoth would eat deers and bears. He would sometimes nibble on whole tree. He would drink from ponds. He wasn't big on fish, well, because fish were not big on him. But sometimes he would take the journey to go to the ocean, and he would bring back a whale with him. You know.
Why are you staring at my bookcase?
Well, whale would last Dovey for a very long time. Yargoth, maybe a day or two.
What interesting point of order. I don't think Cedric would know this, but storm giants are aquatic.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's fine.
Yep, they can breathe underwater.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. But, so yeah, Dovey will just go, yeah, Yargoth is very interesting giant, but doesn't want to be his own giant. You know, like Yargoth, but a little bit different.
A kenku.
Well,
Giant like kenku.
no, Dovey is giant, not this Kenku thing you keep bringing up.
Just wait till you meet another kenku.
I mean, he can be whatever he wants to be.
I'm not saying he can't be a giant, that's why I said giant like kenku.
No, Dovey is giant.
Alright, Davi.
See,
the way-
now you get.
By the way, if anyone bothers to air or notice, the wind has picked up, and there's a nice gentle breeze that's going directly into everyone, directly from forward.
Ah, I see. Air conditioner.
Air conditioner. There are some perks to being a sorcerer.
Don't worry, Cedric. Dovey will make giant out of you yet.
Not terribly interested in being a giant. Seems a bit too noticeable.
Well, you don't have to be big giant. What matters is what is in you. You need the giant inside of you. That is what you need.
We'll see. Right now I'm just focused on figuring out who I am, I suppose.
It's okay, Cedric. Your children will love you.
I wonder what traveling with you strange folks will do to my research. How it'll affect it. What I'll learn along the way.
What do
That
you
would be fun.
what do you research?
The dead?
Oh, and what
You
do they
have
what
plenty of opportunity. to
what
study.
do the dead people tell you?
Well, dead people don't tell me much yet.
Oh, that sounds lame.
There are spells I may learn eventually that will allow me to communicate with them and perhaps bring them back for a little bit to help me out.
Oh, can you do me a favor then when you learn how to talk to dead people?
Don't give away
What
your
would you
biggest secret for the sake of an amazing joke, Cedric.
Davi will say,
File that one away.
Can you ask the dead people where you might find 1 million platinum, or perhaps if they have 1 million platinum that they do not need because they are now dead?
From what I understand of the spell, you can only ask them a limited number of things. Depending on how important it is, I'll probably leave that question out.
Well, if you ask occasionally, this will work for Davi.
Not everyone is going to know what 1 million platinum is. I suggest you look towards nobility and royalty for that.
And where can Davi find this nobility and royalty?
People who are
Castles.
dressed quite richly, or castles, or fancy noble parties.
Upon hearing this, Davi's going to look at all of his party members. How are they dressed?
Oh no. I think, can I cut in? Yeah, I would say, and you will likely only find them in large cities that have many more buildings and people than the place we were just in.
Clem isn't wearing much. She's got a sash that, covers her other parts. Otherwise, she's, furry satyr legs. And,
Yeah,
a tube top thing going on.
Cedric's just got, like, plain clothes. Nothing fancy.
That's wearing like a flowing dress, but nothing fancy.
Edma's wearing chain also.
Okay. Davi is going to walk up to the front of the cart and see Zeshi. Is Zeshi royalty?
I'm sure Zeshi likes to think of herself as royalty.
You wish. I would be called dead as royalty. Something bastard.
Okay, no one here is royalty. Well, that solves that question. Wait, perhaps Davi is royalty.
Davi, you came down from a mountain. I doubt you're royalty.
Davi could be king of the mountain.
Unless your Kenku parents were royalty, in which case that would be quite the twist.
You mean my giant parents?
No, your Kenku parents.
What is this Kenku thing you keep bringing up?
You, Davi.
Davi is giant, can you not
The
see?
reason you're small and covered in feathers?
Well, Davi is small and covered in feathers because he is a miniature giant.
You are a Kenku who was raised by a giant. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying
his perception.
I'm not saying his dreams are any less valid. I'm not saying he's not allowed to go looking for what he wants to look for. I'm just saying he is a Kenku. Raised by a giant. I still think he should learn this. Come to terms with it, perhaps. Maybe he could play more to his own personal strengths. Be a stronger giant in his own way.
He is already strong. He can heft a big axe. He can wrestle bears.
You are, and you make strong friendships as well.
Could be worse. Could you imagine if he was a chicken?
Somewhere off in the land. So there I was, yelling at my companions, about to go down a hole talking about my war crimes. Someone's talking about me, hold on.
Zips out of reality for a second.
No, just runs out the front door. Just plain books it. Good old Steve.
Fucking Steve.
You can always count on him to be reminded of his not real war crimes. Alright, if there's nothing else anyone would like to say, we can move forward a bit. Alright. Trip goes fairly smoothly for the next couple hours. You occasionally pass another cart on the road, but other than that, nothing
Question.
terrible.
How many bars of soap do I make?
God.
How fast do you make them?
God, I'd probably say it would take an hour to make a bar of soap.
If it only takes an hour, then you're probably going to make about 3.
Okay, so 3.
Yeah, so
And
Um,
you're pretty sure it is soap.
you're quite positive, Davi, that this is soap. You've made it before.
Oh my god.
Though you get a strange feeling that some large shirtless man isn't sure it's soap.
There's a large man,
One of the
semi-shirtless, wearing a trench coat.
That's one of the bars of soap is wearing the trench coat.
Yeah, no. I was picturing more. He's in like the corner watching us, and he's like staring nervously at the soap, not quite sure what it could be.
No, he's staring at you, wondering if you're soap.
Oh yeah,
looking at the soap, looking at Davi.
in the soap's hands, he holds a kanku.
It's soap candy holder thing.
I am very confused.
Sorry, we're getting a little meta here.
We're continuing to joke about Kenkus and soap and Gerald.
Yes.
But after those 3 hours, Zesh, you do notice a side path off to the left, and there's a couple of guys just kind of standing around it. 2 of them have what are essentially cigarettes hanging loosely out of their mouths. They're not doing much, standing about talking. One of them is side-eyeing your cart, though.
How dare they? We just got that cart.
She is a beaut, isn't she?
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Hello there. Would you like to be our friends?
Move along, kid.
Oh, okay. Who are you?
Not your problem.
I believe move along means they do not wish to answer questions.
Can I look at them and discern some details about them?
Yeah, sure. Is there something specific you're looking for?
Outfits, weapons they have on them, what it seems like they might be doing.
Insight?
Or perception.
So, perception for all the physical traits.
Okay. Okay, another 21, because apparently my dice just wants to roll 17 back, well, 2 17s.
Sometimes the dice do be like that. So these guys are armed. They have fairly casual, if padded-looking clothes. 2 of them have swords. One's got a pretty large crossbow sitting on his back.
Okay.
As for their body language, 2 of them are just leaning against trees. The last one's just standing there, hands in pockets.
There's 3 of them?
Yep.
Okay.
Zashi, have you seen that church we're looking for?
Davi's gonna lean out the cart to these men and say, "Hey, have you seen church around here? Davi's looking for that."
They kind of look at each other. And one of them just raises a hand. There's an abandoned chapel down that way.
Oh, okay.
Zeshi, what's your passive perception?
12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay.
My passive perception is 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I insight
would've
these
asked for-
guys to see if they I'm
Yes, you may.
see if that if asking about the church made them like if they're affiliated with whoever's there and they're trying to.
Well, maybe hold that in, sir, because there's a reason I asked for passive perception.
Passive.
Zeshi, the way the guy's arm comes up is he's facing Davi. On the cuff of his sleeve, facing you, sewn into his sleeve, that is a skull inside of a spiral.
Yikes.
Wait, who notices this?
You.
Oh, I do?
His sleeve is facing. He's keeping it out of Davi's sight, but you're near the front of the cart.
I am also at a 12 passive perception.
You're poking your head out, though.
Okay. Well, I was
Covered.
I was poking out to try and get a vibe to see if they were suspicious.
I mean, what'd you get for your insight?
15.
15. You've seen shady characters. These guys, people don't normally just hang around the front of a break-off path.
And do I notice the symbol if I'm poking my head out?
Are you poking your head out the back with Davi?
I don't really have an idea of where I am on the cart. But
Is the cart covered?
Yes.
It's covered, yeah.
Okay.
It's covered. Davi's gonna poke it, he can move the flap aside and poke his head out.
gotcha. Then yeah, I would probably be around if Davi's already looking out.
Yeah, if you're around Davi, then the sleeve is at the good angle to keep your guys' eyes off it, but Zeshi can still see it.
Okay. I sort of poke back in. Something's off. I'm not sure why they're hanging around here.
Davi is not
nowhere.
getting good friendship vibes from them.
Good day. This is actually going to keep on going for a little bit.
Not
We'd
gonna-
rather get ambushed with them behind us or deal with them now.
Well,
we could deal with
they
them
could just
now.
be brigands. I didn't see any identifying markings on them.
Edna's gonna move up to the front of the cart. Zashi, have you seen anything about the church we're looking for?
They had the mark on their sleeve. We'll go around.
Do you think we
Okay.
might want to deal with them so they don't send word to their allies?
They may
Oh.
have already.
Davi can deal with them.
That's why I
Davi, you're not dealing with them alone.
Would have appreciated to know that up front.
That's why I passed them.
Do we want to stop and deal with them?
Yes, I say we do.
I'll agree with that.
Okay. Davi is going to walk to the back of the cart and hop off.
On his own?
Well, if you're
Yeah.
stopping the cart, if Zeshi's stopping the cart, then I'll get out as well.
Yeah,
Are you hopping
Davi,
off
don't
before or after Zeki's stopping?
After
gonna
she
wait.
stops it.
I'm not asking you. I'm
Yeah,
asking
I'm gonna wait until it slows down a bit and then hop off.
Importantly, does Zeshi stop the cart though?
If Davi's getting off, Zeshi will stop the cart, but she's not going after them. She's going to make her way towards the church.
yeah, I don't
You're
see
gonna keep making your way towards the church with the cart.
No, I'm just gonna round about the guards and go on foot towards the church.
I don't
Oh,
see
Why
what-
would you
okay.
leave
I
the foot
think
with the
they
church while we're dealing with
would.
these
Oh,
guys?
this is Woodlands, by the way.
Yes, I don't.
Oh, it-
I don't see
I'm
why
pretty sure
shouldn't
you
split
lied
up.
to us about where the church is, Zeshi.
Yeah, I mean,
it's down the path.
they could have been lying.
We should stick together.
Yes, I'm going to go follow our friend.
No sense of adventure, though, a lot of you, I swear.
We can adventure after we deal with the threat.
It doesn't have to be a threat if we just go by it.
The threat
They
is
need-
that they could alert their companions at the church, and then the church would be more dangerous.
Oh, fine, you bloodthirsty beast, let's go.
Or they follow behind us and take care of us before we even get there.
Also true. Let's follow. Yes, we'll follow Davi.
So Davi is going to reach and pull out his nice
God.
what?
Tyler, take inspiration. That was great. That was great.
What, for calling us bloodthirsty beasts?
I mean, the way Zeshi did it was just funny.
Yeah. So Davi will pull out his.
I'm not saying it's an accurate description, but come on, it was a nice character moment.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. Davi's gonna pull out his new metal axe, the Glass Master, and he's gonna. Are these guys still standing there?
They are, but they do notice some of you hopping out of the cart now.
And Davi's gonna see them and go, "Okay, I have to deal with you now because you have bad friendship vibes.
Excuse me?
You have the bad friendship vibes. Also, you have the symbol on you, which is the bad symbol. I didn't see it, but one of them saw it, and I take their word."
Davi, please stop telling them everything. Edna's walking up behind you.
Oh, okay. Davi can't tell you anything anymore, but he's going to
All right,
beat
next
you.
next
going
time we're in
to
this
cover your
situation, one of the
mouth
more
as soon as
subtle
you're-
ones takes point.
The three of them will all draw their weapons and say, fucking wandering eyes just can't help themselves.
Davi does not have wandering eyes. They have stayed in his skull.
I would like everyone to roll me initiative, please.
That's the last time Davi takes point on one of these.
Yes, I will agree.
What did you expect?
Fair.
Hang on. That's wrong bot.
Yeah, I was thinking these were planes. That was my bad.
Huh?
It's Zulda music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking these were planes, so we just can go around.
No, that's fair. I didn't quite describe them well enough. You guys were talking so much, I didn't want to interrupt all the nice character stuff. All right, let me see.
Yeah,
How are these guys gonna do? Let's find out.
Yeah. My interpretation is like these guys are a lookout, and if they send word ahead, then we're in trouble.
Oh, I totally agree.
I knew that, but I was just saying that we didn't. If there were planes, we just passed by them. We wouldn't need to go back.
Oh, if we didn't give the vibe that we were, well, I mean, the problem is you already said we were looking for a church, or someone said that.
So, yeah, it doesn't mean we're looking for
So, specifically because we already let that slip, I think we gotta deal with them.
Huh?
Their
Okay,
bonus
what is your roll?
tools.
Okay, I'll let him know.
All right, let's go down the new line here. Tyler.
Oh, go for it.
So she has to park the cart. She's going last.
Then she's got to park the cart, hop out, gust her dress back into the cart.
I don't know about that, Tyler. I also got 8.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah. What's your
if I
dex
recall-
mod?
Yeah, if I recall correctly, Clem, I think you have the higher dex score.
I have +3.
I have +3.
Guess
the
we'll
specific
roll
number?
for it.
Well, what's the specific number?
17.
17?
16.
All right, Clem takes it.
Sashi has to park the cart.
She's got to park the car and do her and get rid of her dress and get into battle mode. Come on. RJ, what did you get?
23.
23.
Someone
I'm
will
gonna make that
lie.
joke again. What did Matt make?
He got 14.
14. Well, we just talked about Phoebe. Cedric?
16.
16. Okay. So that. And then.
Clem's still groggy from her half nap.
And okay. If it wasn't obvious, Davi, you're first in initiative.
Alrighty. So, his axe drawn. There's 3 guys, right?
Yep.
Where are they positioned?
They're positioned sort of like a triangle on the path, with the guy carrying the crossbow the furthest away.
Okay. And then there's the 2 in front of me. What weapons do they have?
Both of them are wielding maces.
Okay. Davi will approach the guy to his right with his axe drawn, and Davi will say, "Now, Davi can do this the easy way or the hard way. If you decide to come quietly and be Davi's friend, he will not have to beat the stuffing out of you."
I think that's a no.
He just
You
doesn't.
could also just fuck off.
Wait, did you just tell Davi to? Excuse me.
Bad
Cedric-
friendship vibes.
That is not the good version of it, right? He just insulted me.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Now we understand. You motherfucking son of a bitch! And then he got rage.
There we go.
And yeah, I'm gonna attack this guy for that.
Makes sense.
You're all welcome for teaching Davi those lovely words.
They grew up so fast. Did he crit?
Yeah.
Did you
I'm
fucking
sorry.
crit?
I fucking crit.
Hey man, crits are good.
I
You
know.
crit on fucking motherfucking son of a bitch.
Yep.
Never
Is there a-
rebuked Davi's
crit?
friendship.
What's up, Ethan?
I said, is there a better time to crit?
No.
After yelling off of expletives.
I rolled twice as many dice, right?
Yep, twice as many dice.
No, fuck it. Not off the table. I tried catching it. He will be taking. He'll take 18 damage off that
No.
attack. Wait, no, my bad. He'll take 20 because +2
Right, for your rage.
for rage. Yeah, so he'll take 20 points
Yep.
of damage.
Oh yeah, you put a big gash in this guy's chest.
And as I hit him, I'll just say, "You take that back."
He's just gonna stumble backward. He's a little too busy groaning in pain and gripping his rather large wound.
Yep.
Right? And he'll say, fuck you, you flightless fuckhead.
What? How dare you say that to me?
How dare you?
What's
How
up?
dare you? Okay. Does a 13 hit you?
No, my AC is 17.
Okay.
High dex.
Yeah, my dex does it.
So does he try to hit me?
It sounds like that's what just happened.
Well, yeah, it's a miss. So he, bleeding profusely, can't really keep a straight line while walking, and his mace just flies way too high.
You can't even hit me, you fuckhead!
Oh my god.
He's gonna spit on you for that one as a bonus action.
I will leer at him angrily.
Interesting. Cedric.
All right. I will go up to another one of these fellows and I'll sort of say, "Remember me?" He's just trying it. Doesn't even know if they know him.
You're going to the one Davi just...
No, different one.
The other guy with the mace?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's just gonna be like, what, should I?
Worth a shot, and I'll stab him.
Literally just trying everyone at this point.
23.
Yeah, that hits.
The Deadpool, have you seen this man? But it's Cedric's own face.
Yeah, exactly.
Cedric. Wait, aren't you Cedric?
Oh, that's right. I get to reroll 1s and 2s. Great Weapon Master. That's more like it. 12 piercing damage.
Well, Pierces.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, you jabbed this guy right in the shoulder. He's not nearly as badly bleeding as his associate, but he certainly didn't like that as you just cleanly jam it in and yank it back out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that brings us to Clem.
Okie dokie. I guess I'll go for the one that hasn't been targeted yet by anyone, the third one.
What's your movement speed? Out of curiosity.
35.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, I just want to make sure you could get within 10 feet of him.
I'm not planning to get it within 10 feet. I'm gonna vibe in the back, and he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Against
13. I'm casting Entangle.
That's what I was looking for. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. All right, he's got to beat a 13. Yes, he does do that. He gets a 21.
Fucker. He did really well too. Shit.
He's just sprouting up around him, and he, surprisingly for having to hold this crossbow two-handed, lifts it up, yanks a dagger out of his boot, and just cuts all the vines as they're trying to wrap around his ankles.
You just hear echoing faintly through the woods. No magic can contain those muscles.
I will.
That tree looks kind of sus.
Yeah, what's up with that sweaty tree?
I will just continue to hang out in the back and,
Could be.
have my
Might be
scimitar out.
probably.
Fair. That takes us to Zeshi.
Alright, Zeshi was gonna go for the guy in the back, but after witnessing that the one mace guy spitting on her bird friend, he's going on a rage.
All right.
Barbarian
You're
rage
not a
from a sorcerer.
barbarian.
Worth rage.
As she tries to look as angry as possible.
She actually has a high intimidation, so. So I'm going to. Can I get close to him?
You can get close to one of the melee guys.
All right, I want to get
You're
close.
within melee range of one of the melee guys.
All right, I want to
What are you? Stop it!
all my range spells are AOE, so they'll hit Dobby too.
Goblin.
Wait, Cedric.
Yeah, or Cedric.
Or both.
Or both.
Or both,
Right.
depending on where you aim it.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with melee range and stab him with a knife. The
Which one would you like to stab?
one that Dobby, the one that's on Dobby.
All right.
That's a no.
Try me.
13.
Okay, yeah, that's a no.
Rolled an 8.
I mean, 8's close to average roll.
Yeah.
I would.
That is an average roll. That is a flat 10 plus 5, 15. How does that work?
That is enough.
Alright, cool.
I would never assume a flat 8 was a miss.
6.
6. All right. So you get.
Oh wait, no, that'll be my offhand. So no, that would be a 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but your
I didn't
offhand,
watch
you
that,
don't.
you were rolling a d6, so I was like, yes, 6, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy does manage to use his mace to knock the first swipe aside. Unfortunately, when you're bleeding, large movements are hard to stop momentum on, so it's more like tink.
That'll do it.
He's still standing, but he did get stabbed.
Yikes.
A little more than just stab.
All right. That takes us to Mace Boy number 2, who is going to attempt to repay Cedric for his kind stabbing.
Oh yes, please do.
Okay.
That's a fat ass no.
Nice.
That wouldn't hit the worst armor class that I've ever seen,
Better
which
luck
was like a
next time.
12.
Or was it like a 3?
It was an 8 after mods.
Oh.
Cool.
However, this
Goblin.
gentleman does get to attack a second time.
No.
Doesn't matter. Nat 1.
Yikes.
Big
Miss.
yikes.
Yes.
Miss.
Yeah, it turns out when you stab a guy's swinging arm, he's not as good at swinging. Alright, that takes us to Crossbow Boy, who's got his sights aimed at the person who is very casually chilling in the back.
Yikes.
Damn.
Yeah, you think you can just chill in the back?
Yeah.
Let's see. Not great, that's a 12.
No, that doesn't hit. I don't even have that good an armor class.
Well, these guys don't really have those good of rolls, so. Shit, if this keeps up, I'm just gonna have to start lying, and I really don't want to have to do that.
I just realized we actually have a pretty solid armor class across the board.
That's not solid, that's very good.
Tyler,
Like,
we have
It's a
crazy,
bit absurd.
we have insane
not insane.
stats across the board. Is the problem?
I'm gonna take care of that as soon as I
It's a
can.
problem.
Well, for Ethan, it's a bit of a problem.
Oh, yeah.
It's challenging you a bit hard when at level 2 non-fighters are already rocking 17s. That's not amazing for challenge, but is what it is. Edma, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm going to walk up to the dude that Cedric was fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try and splash him with my longsword.
Go for it.
Do you have a shield?
I do.
I'm
Yes,
just,
I do.
Okay, I'm just curious because if you don't have a shield, you could versatile it.
What's the difference?
Two-handing
Do not
it
drink
versus
plain
one.
water.
Yeah, it's a D10 versus a D8, but essentially it's one-handing versus two-handing.
Yeah, but if I do a D10, it's 1D10 plus 3. If I
You're
do
being a
one-handed,
problem
it's 1
child.
plus 5.
So you can't two-hand while holding a shield.
Well, that was the thing. I didn't know if he had. If
The
they-
modifier I get with the D8 is
Is
just
better.
objectively better.
Okay.
14 plus 5, 19. I hope that hits.
That absolutely hits.
Alright. 6 plus 5, that's 11 damage.
All right, you get a pretty good slash on this guy's shoulder, going down to about his midsection. And he splatters quite a bit of blood on the floor and stumbles, but stays standing.
Let me see my action surge. I don't think I can do anything else.
Happy girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna end my turn.
All right, Davi, back to you.
Yeah. So this guy that just spit on me, I'm gonna hit him again.
Go for it.
How dare you spit on Davi?
He kind of deserved it.
This is what I do. I spit on you.
That's what I do. I spit on you. Right on your
Right
head.
on you. Right on your head.
That is a 22.
Somebody's rolling hot tonight. That hits.
That's gonna be 13 damage plus 2.
You can stop there. He doesn't have 13 health.
Yeah, so I'm going to take this axe and I'm gonna aim like right for his mid area, his side. I'm not gonna go through him, just kind of dig in, wedge, and then as he's bleeding to death on the axe, Davi's gonna look him dead in the eyes and just go, "Fuck you."
You should have been friends.
He's gonna look at you and just splatter of blood right in your face.
Yeah. So when he does that, right as he's passing, I'll twist the axe out of him.
He doesn't seem to feel it. He's dead.
And
dead.
I'm gonna move over to crossbow guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll end my turn near him.
Sure. Cedric, you're up.
Okay, so he's still got the guy in front of me.
Yep, you still do.
He's getting another stab.
Go for it.
22.
That hits.
And that is going to be 11 this time.
You catch him through the neck.
Awesome.
Right through the center, and this guy doesn't even choke out.
Just pull out.
He is dead on Pierce.
Nice hit.
Davi's not gonna see it, but he'll hear Edma say "nice hit," and he'll go, "Good hit."
I wonder if we should take this last one alive, see if he can give some actual intel. On
Yeah,
where
Davi's gonna standing over by crossbow guy. Oh, man with bow.
We can resolve that on your turn.
Okay, that's fine.
We're still gonna move through turn order for now.
Yep.
Clem.
Bap.
She's getting it.
She is getting it.
Get the mic. You want it anymore? Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do? I think I took this fucking spell out of spite for myself. Cool. I'm gonna use Chill Touch on this guy.
Or
Blood or honey, guys?
What?
Blood was...
you're in combat, blood's kind of appropriate.
Alright, blood it is.
Blunny.
Blunny?
Bonnie. Yanny or Laurel?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Does a 14 hit?
Just barely.
Hell yeah, brother. Alright, what is it? 1d8? That's 1d8. He takes 5 necrotic damage, and he cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn. There's
What I gave this guy.
There's this ghostly skeletal hand that kind of grasps onto him, and it just holds onto him until then.
A whole shiver goes through his body as it grips him.
You could say that a spooky, scary skeleton hand is sending shivers down his spine.
Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, he's not undead. It would do more fun things, but that's okay.
All right.
Yo, use that on Cedric. See what happens.
Walk around and find out. Zeshi, you're up.
I'm up?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Oh, yeah, I am. I was thinking Edna was before me.
Is she?
No, I am last in turn order.
Yeah, I have Edma's last in initiative.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking Edna was before me. Alright, so Dobby killed the guy that I was attacking and then spat on him with blood in spite. And then Dobby ran off, so Zeshi's going to attack the corpse.
What?
Okay.
Roll with advantage.
Would anyone like a purring kitten baby in the meantime?
Actually, technically, the corpse is incapacitated, so it's auto hit, auto crit.
There you go. baby. Good job.
Yeah, baby.
Zeshi and Rage goes by since the bat is sticking around.
Zeshi has decided to stab the corpse.
How much damage?
I'm sorry,
Oh.
why exactly did you decide to stab the corpse?
Because it's the guy that spat blood on the.
Oh, right.
Trying to earn friendship
Got it.
points.
Stop
Spite.
it! Stop it! He's already dead.
But, like,
No.
actually.
So that's 5. Oh wait, you said it's auto crit too.
Auto crit, so twice as many dice.
So that's 7 for the first attack,
Uh-huh.
and then 4 for the second attack.
All right. The corpse takes 11.
I just imagine that Zeshi's just.
The corpse takes so much damage, it comes back to life.
It comes back to life.
That
He
would be
hits too many
insane.
negatives and jumps back to life.
He rolls a nat 20 on his death save.
Okay, I've got some painting to do, my love. I'm sorry. I cannot hold you all night. Even though you are very cute.
All right. That,
You're floppy. Look, oh, honey.
So floppy.
So floppy. Good girl.
all right. That leaves us with Crossbow Guy, who's going to look around at his dead companions and just kind of scoff. Of course, it's the day we're on patrol. Fuck that. And he is going to disengage and start getting the hell out of
You
there.
got a runner.
Okay.
That's an extra 35 feet away. Edmund, you're up.
I am going to chase this man.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna chase him at full speed. I just don't know where to find my movement speed because he's off.
It's up at the top. It should be up
Yeah.
at the top.
Next to your
Should be in your armor class.
Walking
Proficiency
speed.
bonus. Next to
Could you help me out here?
inspiration.
Oh, 35 feet. That's what
Yeah.
it is. My walking speed is 35 feet.
You're only going to get within 10 feet of him with that.
Okay.
Do you have anything that
Uh,
reaches 10 feet?
I have a crossbow.
Minimum
I want to shoot this man.
So
Is it crossbow's minimum more or less than 10?
A crossbow's thing range is
it's like
80.
100?
No, minimum. Minimum range, not
320.
maximum. No, there's no way.
The range says 80, and then next to that is a smaller number that
No,
says 320.
No, that's not how it works. 80 is your maximum. You get disadvantage when it's anything between 320 and
Okay,
80. When it's
so why would there
320,
be a
you
minimum?
cannot shoot longer than that.
Okay.
No, your minimum is usually somewhere between 10 feet or 15 feet. Because you cannot shoot something at 5 feet.
Why can't I shoot something that's
You
at
would-
5 feet?
no, you
It
would
doesn't
have
matter.
And it would have disadvantage.
You would have disadvantage.
It doesn't state its minimum. Where would I check that?
That,
You're
You-
fine.
You don't. It's usually ruled by DMs. That's why I'm
That-
pointing it out now.
that-
Because
it
our
wouldn't
group
be-
had this argument.
it wouldn't be
Also,
on the
this is
weapon.
a
It's
good
just
time to bring this up. Changing weapons is not a free action.
Changing weapons is not
You,
a
you
free
can't
action?
just like immediately sheath, pull out, and still have everything you have.
That's a
Okay.
good point to speak to.
Then... I guess I'll do nothing.
Do you have any spells?
I am a fighter.
You never know.
At third
Oh,
level,
you're still
maybe.
picking up.
At second, not yet. All right, that takes us back to Davi.
Can I catch up to this
I really
man?
want.
I mean, what's your walking speed?
Man, druids are
I'm
fucked.
30 feet?
No, you're gonna get shy of him again.
Okay.
It's alright, I've got Thorn Whip. Hopefully you'll fail it.
Yeah. I'm gonna put away my axe and get as close to him as I can, and just kind of yell behind him. So you want to wrestle?
Okay, that is what Davi's going to do. Cedric, what are you thinking?
Similar. I'm assuming with a. I also have a movement speed of 30, so I cannot quite catch up to him.
No, and you were also further behind, and Davi's only getting just shy because he was already next to the guy.
I will follow suit. Get.
You're up near Edna.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, second.
I mean, I'm gonna get up as close to him as I can. And if I can, I'd also like to swap out my pike for my crossbow.
Sure. Believe weapon swapping is ruled as an action?
I don't see it in the list of actions.
It's under a weird rule. I remember reading that because I thought there's no way you can just do that in an action.
Yeah.
It's you can interact with an object as part of an action. It's draw or sheathe a sword. Something. Yeah, it's something you do as part of another action. And it might take two separate actions, but like you do it as part of it.
So it says part of an action, so I would rule it takes a full action. One to sheathe your current weapon, another to pull out a different weapon.
So...
Two parts of an action to one, because it says to sheathe or draw a sword, right?
Right, but if I
could
I could do one as part of an action on this turn, and then one as part of another action on my next turn, though. Correct? In theory?
If you wanted to break it up, yeah, but attacking isn't part of an action.
Tell you what, forget, well, I was thinking about dashing. But I have another idea. Here's what I'll do.
Okay.
I will... Oh wait, he has a move of 35. That's right. Okay, I will double move. Rather than fucking with my weapons, I'll keep my pike out. And I'd like to get in front of him. So I'm sort of like cutting him off. So I'm adjacent to him. He's going to provoke an opportunity attack if he doesn't disengage. And also, if he keeps going in the same direction he is going, he can't get a full 35 feet away from him, so I could catch up next turn. Is what I want to do.
No, it sounds completely reasonable.
Yep. Alright. Body block him.
Alright, so Cedric's going to try to cut him off. Clem, what are you thinking?
Full movement.
Okay.
Thorn whip.
Go for it.
Blood or honey, boys?
Blood. Wait, isn't it saving throw?
No.
No.
Oh.
No, this one's not.
Then yes.
Blood or honey?
Blood.
Good.
Hell yeah, brother. That will be a... 21.
Oh,
That hits. I
brother.
will have to mark that
Which-
down. Give me the damage first.
Which means...
He does get pulled 10 feet backwards.
Yes.
Which
And
will
he
away
takes...
from Davi, provoking opportunity attacks from him or Cedric.
He takes 4 piercing damage in the meantime.
And full piercing.
Well, I put my axe away, so I'm gonna punch him as he goes by me.
Well, no, it doesn't.
No?
Force
No, if you're forced out of someone's threatened square, you don't provoke opportunity attacks.
No, but he's backwards more, so we don't have to keep running to catch up to him.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
Fair.
I mean, what
Yeah,
about
being
punching
pulled
away?
through your and Cedric's threatened square does not provoke opportunity attacks. That would be
That would definitely...
so abusable if you could do that shit.
Yeah.
Also, I have to remember that because I tried that, and Quinn had to remind me of that way back in his campaign. Because I tried that shit with Zergo, and he had to be like, that's cool, but no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
No. Bad Zergo. Yeah. Okay, and I think that's all I can do. So, yeah.
Alright, Zeshi.
She's done with the corpse right now.
Stab the body again.
You can stab the body again. That's a legal action you can take.
After hearing that there's no runners, that I'm gonna go and chase after him. How close can I get to him with just regular movement speed? I have 30 up.
You have 30?
Yeah. I'm a mere.
Pulled
I pulled it back 10.
him back 10. You can get to him.
I can get physical range?
Yeah, you can get to him because he got yanked backwards.
Alright, I'm gonna do Shocking Grasp to change stuff a bit.
Okay, is that one a saving throw or an attack roll?
Good attack roll.
Alright, go for it.
That was a nat 20.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh.
Tasty.
So that is
Look at the damage.
More like toasty.
that is, yeah, pretty much. That is gonna be 2d8.
2d8, lay it on me.
That's an 8 and a 6, so 14 damage.
Ooh. And I don't quite remember. Does Shocking Grasp have any additional effects if it hits?
Don't believe so.
I don't think so either, but I want to make sure it doesn't have a chance to paralyze.
Oh, you have an advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor, other than that. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 lightning damage and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Okay, yeah, you give this guy a good old-fashioned magic tap, and electricity just surges through him, and he just starts twitching a bit. Like uncontrollable muscle spasms kind of thing for a few seconds.
Stay down.
Alright, let's see here. Who's next in... Oh, he's next in initiative. Oh, what have I got prepared?
Gets down on his hands and knees and cries.
Oh, you wish I would make it that easy. I don't even need to make it easy. My dice are making this easy. I might have to just give you guys, like, way harder fights to compensate here.
Bring it.
Oh?
Gather quick around, we'll take
Golems right now. You said so, Quinn.
I said challenging.
no,
I
no.
didn't say punishing. Or you said.
You said was bring it. Clay Golems.
Damn. I didn't know we were gonna fight Deimos right now.
No.
Oh boy, I'll open up the
Excuse
arrow.
you. Stay in your lane, Mr. Simzak. This is my domain. Mechatarask.
Mechatarask.
You've heard of Mechagodzilla. Now get ready for Mechatarask.
So if we piss Ethan off, we fight Mechatarask.
Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you do.
Ethan, can I have the deck of Tarasks?
Ooh.
Sorry, the deck of many Tarasks.
The deck of many Tarasks. I think you're a bit early on for that, but let me file that one away.
Alright.
PB requests deck of Tarasks. Many Tarasks. Many Tarasks.
Yes.
Alright. Nat 1 on check. May or may not summon Cum Shot McFappy Meal.
What?
May or may not.
Why can that not
I feel
die?
that day.
It will never die, Quinn.
Come shop McFappy meal?
To be fair, Quinn, it's been a good couple of months since we
It
made that
has.
story.
It has, and I was
Wow.
living in a blissful reality where it had died.
And then reality
that.
hit, and then Quinn, and then reality hit you like 5 dump trucks taped together specifically.
Now back to reality. Oh, there goes everything you ever dreamed of.
Matt's confused. He wasn't there for the original.
Oh
joke.
yeah.
That's all right. If you ask Quinn,
What
that's for the
joke?
best.
What joke is my question? All that it is, you started calling the Tarask that. I don't think there was any more
I don't
to
know
it.
what a Tarask is.
It was extensively crass and very immature.
Matt.
Kind of what makes it funny.
Matt, you don't know what a Tarasks is?
No, I don't.
The Tarask is like the
what's the CR on it?
30.
Like 30.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
it's
It's CR in the monster manual.
It is the.
It's a
It's a
30 monster.
Matt. It's a kaiju. It is a.
It's basically D&D. It's basically D&D Godzilla.
Oh,
Yeah.
stronger than D&D Godzilla. This thing is a legendary monster.
Yeah.
Hey, Godzilla is literally a radioactive lizard. I think he qualifies as a legendary creature. He is the Japanese equivalent of the nuclear bomb.
But yeah, no. Tarask is bad news.
Yeah. Very bad news if you're not at least level 20.
I don't know, there's things that are worse than Tarrasques, too.
TMI.
On different axes, yes, absolutely. There is some high-level monsters. There's plenty of high-level monsters that are just plain bad news.
Yep.
How do we feel about
Zombie T-Rex.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess that works. I was gonna go with aboleths.
Zombie T-Rex, yeah.
Zombie T-Rex.
Yeah, those things are horrifying.
Oh man.
Listen, potential infinite zombies. That's what a zombie T-Rex is capable of. I'll stop digressing.
You're not wrong. Anyway, this guy is, after taking repeated hits and now is barely managing to control his muscles at the moment, is just going to say, "Yeah, I knew what I was getting into with this one. May the storm ever rage." And he's going to pull a little round ball out of his pocket and throw it onto the ground. Zeshi and 10 feet back.
I mean, I was 10 feet away from the one. Huh?
Yeah, so Zeshi, Edma, and Davi is just barely in the radius. So all three of you need to make dexterity saving throws, please.
I get advantage on those
Danger
now.
sense.
As long as you see the thing coming. And oh my god, he's right there.
Oh yeah, he's right
And
there.
again. And again.
That is a 17.
23.
23. Wow, RJ, you're gonna have to stop rolling that edgelord dice, my man.
I'm rolling these two.
Doubt.
I'm joking. It is a little funny, though, that you have not rolled below 20 after mods all night. I'm not blaming you, my guy, but I wasn't passing up that joke. I think it's starting to bleed into your other dice. Have you been keeping it in a lead line safe like I told you? That thing is dangerous, man.
Oh yeah, no, I had it in a metal box, and it's been glowing red light angrily because it hasn't been used.
It demands a
Yeah,
sacrifice.
I think it's possessing my other dice.
Yeah, you're gonna want to call out a dice exorcist. I don't know where you can find one this time of year, but see if you can. That thing's gonna do some real damage. All right, let me.
Dice exorcists are seasonal?
Oh,
Well, you only
I don't
really
know,
get them
maybe.
during the spooky
You said you don't
season.
know where you can find this one this time of year.
I thought that'd be funnier than saying this time of night. All right. Maybe they're seasonal. I don't know any dice exorcists.
Dice exorcists only come out during the fall time because that's spooky month. That's when the dice get possessed more often. That's when they're needed.
I mean,
It's a hard job. They only.
All right. So, I'm sorry, Matt. What did you get?
I think you got a 6.
A 6?
I got a 6.
All right. So this thing hits the ground, and as you may have guessed, it explodes into a fairly sized ball of fire. Not to be confused with a fireball. It is smaller than that. And Zeshi, the flames will engulf part of you for not Zeshi, Edma for 11 damage. Zeshi and Davi will take 5 fire damage. And when the flames die down, the man's very burnt corpse.
On a moment. RJ had left the thing so neither of us can hear you or anything you just said.
Bitch nugget.
That explains why they didn't respond.
Because the audio went to shit.
That's weird. I can actually understand you even though you're using your own computer's audio.
There you go.
I'm not split between new monitors. Oh, I have to hear him. I sound like shit.
Can you hear me now?
I can
Yes.
hear you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the flames are going to mostly engulf Edma for 11 points of damage, and Davi and Zeshi will be taking 5 fire damage.
Oh, I'm so happy we leveled up. I was about to say that would have been almost all my health.
As that blossoms out from the sky, and as it dies down, his charred corpse now lays in the grass.
Oh, he kamikaze.
Yeah, alright. Well, that's a bit worrisome if that's the type of people we're dealing with. What was it he said at the end? Something about the storm?
He said, "May the storm rage on."
May the storm rage
Oof.
on.
Wait a minute.
No.
Ethan, is
No.
Virgil running these
Oh,
people?
that's not.
I don't know. Do you see any comically gigantic trees?
He's looking.
I don't see any comically gigantic trees. Also, he said may it rage on, not may it approach. Come on now.
Guys, I have a slight feeling, and hear me out. Whoever runs this organization may be avoiding their child support.
RJ, you should know better. Virgil would never actually take minions.
No, that's fair.
Like, that would be very funny, but when would that guy ever accept anyone's help at all for anything?
No, that's a fair point. It's a fair point.
You know, it's like Dante could be like, "Hey, you want help moving that sofa? Fuck you, Dante."
Yeah, no, do you need help moving that sofa? Virgil, I don't need your help. I need more power. Virgil kills an entire town to gain more power to move a sofa by himself.
By the time he does, Nero's already just shoved it to the side.
Yeah, really.
Right.
Can I search Charred Man's body? I don't know if it's gonna do much for me.
Yeah, you can roll investigation.
It's
Can't
time
guarantee much.
to investigate.
Roll to investigate the charred corpse of this man.
16.
16. Are you looking for anything specific?
I guess what I can find on his charred corpse.
You don't find much. His pockets are now, well, what you assume are his pockets, are now full of mostly ash and dust.
Alright. Then I'm gonna go search the guy that spit on me.
You find spit? No, okay.
His pockets are full of spit. Pocket spit.
Pocket spit. Hey, you open it up. Spit trap. Ah! Into your eye, you fool.
This thing is just like, pocket spit. Why do you have that? Don't ask questions.
Keep asking questions and you're gonna find out what's in my other pocket.
More pocket spin.
Pocket
Pocket shit.
Damn it. Phoebe beat me to it.
Sorry.
Shit.
No, you're good. You're good. It works all the same. Yeah. Yeah, roll me one more investigation check for a non-burned corpse. What are the rest of you doing while he's rolling?
That one's a 17.
17. Okay. Just out of curiosity, what's everyone else up to?
Whichever one they're not investigating, I'm gonna start dragging into the woods.
Oh.
Okay. So you're gonna drag the guy Cedric stabbed repeatedly, and that Edma gave a good slashing too, so he's being dragged away by Clem.
I'm gonna go get the cart.
I'm
Okay.
gonna start looking for the church again.
You probably want to wait on that.
Well, yeah, you're right. Edna's just gonna go with Zeshi back to the cart, I guess.
Okay.
Are
Cedric?
there any kind of... Oh, sorry.
Queen
Go ahead. Oh, wait.
Hmm?
What are you doing?
Cedric is. I mean, it seems like we searched the people, so he's not too worried about that.
2 have been searched, 1 is being dragged off into the woods.
I mean, Cedric's not too concerned about these people specifically. They didn't seem to know who he was or anything, so he's more or less going back to the cart at this point.
Valid. Alright, Davi, on the... Oh, Jesus. Sorry, my boss just texted me. To make sure... Of course they want me to work more.
Lola, what are you doing? Goblin child.
Okay. Sorry about that. Davi, on this guy you find... obviously, there's his mace, which is a mace. You find a few darts on his person. Like throwing darts, the weapon kind, not the game kind.
Okay, I'll take those, I suppose.
Sure, go ahead and add 3 darts to your inventory.
Alright.
And you find a pack of those cigarettes he was smoking.
Ma'am.
Oh.
Little paper pack that's still got a couple in them.
Ma'am. You were... Come here. What are
She
you
wishes to art.
doing? She's standing on my keyboard.
Add it to backpack. Yeah, okay. Where? Well,
You're not allowed up on the desk while I'm painting. Not after your incident.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna take his I'll take his pack of cigarettes.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna take one and I'm gonna just kinda put it in my beak and just try and mimic him, what he was doing. Just
Okay. It sits in your mouth for now. Tastes like paper at the moment.
yeah, so Davi's gonna come back with an unlit cigarette in his mouth and go, "What is this thing that he was putting in his mouth? I thought it might be candy, but it does not taste like candy. It tastes like paper."
He asks the rest of you as you roll up with the cart.
I'm
That's
not
a cigarette,
taking this.
buddy.
A cigarette?
Tommy, spit that out. Bad for you.
Smoke them. Here, give me them.
Oh, okay. And he'll put the carton in your hand, and he'll take the one that's wet with saliva, and also put that in your hand.
I'm gonna toss the one that his saliva's on, but Edward's gonna pocket them.
You can add just call it like a half full pack of cigarettes in your inventory if you'd like to mark it.
Or
So are there any like natural ditches out in the wood nearby the road? Should I look for some?
Survival
Hello?
check?
No, yeah, survival check. I had to think about that for a second.
It was like you weren't saying anything. I got concerned.
I was
Shit.
making thinking noises.
Yeah, Davi, I'm gonna say, Davi's gonna say to Cedric, I did not like these people. They were not very nice.
Upside down.
No, they weren't. And I think we will be encountering more like them soon.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
22, yeah. You come across not so much it's not quite big enough to be a ditch, but you do find a fairly natural dip in the ground between some
Alright.
trees.
I'm gonna
Okay.
scoot that guy in there and then go back for the others.
Do people like these usually burst into flames?
Not
No.
all of them. That speaks to a level of fanaticism, I think, that
What is this fanaticism? What does that mean?
in this case, a willingness to die for some cause, whatever they believe in.
What do they believe in?
Well, we don't know. All we know is this symbol and that phrase they said, "May the storm rage on."
Well,
and
Davi
I
can
don't believe.
Davi can get behind the storm part.
It's
Davi
likely
does
a
not like the
different.
rest of it.
It's likely a different type of storm than the type Yargoth would have been interested in.
Oh, a bad storm.
Bad storm, yes.
David is not. Hold on. Excuse me. And he's gonna turn around. Think word. These people, they speak of storm, but this is not good type of storm. Davi is confused. This does not make sense to him. Davi, remember what the other goes. There are people in this world who are good, and there are people in this world who are bad. You must make up your own mind about whether they are good or bad. You must know right from wrong. That is what you must look for. Davi thinks he understands. Okay, Davi has made up his mind. He does not like these people.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
And as Davi, of course, is loudly announcing this to Cedric, you can all just see Clem just dragging off the other two bodies.
Well, that's not.
she said she wanted to study dead bodies.
No, I did not say that.
That is
I
what
just
Edna
started
was
dragging
referring-
them off.
Well, no, Edna's referring to earlier when you said you were looking to study more of the dead or whatever.
I was saying I was going to do more research, and it was about the dead, correct? But
And
what I'm doing with
maybe-
these bodies specifically is up to you to find out.
Or not.
Or not.
You.
Just assuming it's a part of the research.
So Cedric, you watch as Davi sits back up on the cart, pulls out a bar of soap that he made, and he's just gonna take a bite out of it.
Do you normally eat soap that you make?
No, but there was a person that Davi came across that said, if you say bad things with your mouth, you should wash it out.
Oh, I would. That isn't.
Visible confusion.
I don't know how
gonna-
literally you need to take that, and I believe ingesting soap will do more harm than good to your body.
Davi is not going to eat it. He is just going to switch it around in his mouth and spit it out. It does not taste very good.
Could do a medicine check to see if that would be a good or bad idea.
For it.
10.
Yeah, it should be fine. It ain't gonna taste good, but if he knows that, shouldn't
well-
hurt him.
Well, as long as you don't actually swallow it, I suppose could be worse.
I will say for the next 5 minutes, he's just spitting out soap suds.
No, Davi, roll for swallow.
What?
Swallow or spit or swallow?
Yeah, so Davi's just sitting there spitting out soap suds. David does not like the experience of swallowing soap, but it was worth it.
I said don't swallow. You didn't swallow, did you?
No.
Insight.
Go for it.
It is taking every ounce of self-control.
18.
Davi, did you swallow the soap?
He might have swallowed a little bit.
You know what they say, RJ? Spitters are quitters.
I thought we were gonna say you are what you eat, and the Kenku is now soap.
That too.
I mean, both work fine.
Hey Clem, what are you doing with these bodies?
Put them in a ditch, in nature, where they belong. No one else is helping or asking though, so I'm just gonna go about my business and then come back.
Now you just throwing them into the ditch?
I'll find some loose foliage and kind of cover them just so they have a pseudo burial. I'm not about giving them proper burial rites. They were kind of assholes, and we do not have the time for me to be burying a small mass grave.
Yeah, that might take a bit. That's fair.
So
I'll just come back when I'm done and hop back on the cart.
All right.
Small masquerade.
Are we all feeling? Are we all feeling all right? Ready to press on?
Davi
Jack?
feels,
They were dying.
So she
Davi
turns,
feels okay, but
That's
his feelings are slightly hurt, but his feelings are slightly better because he killed the man that. Oh no, I killed the man. Oh no, I killed the man!
Good man.
I killed him, man! And then Davi's gonna start running around in circles, just screaming that over and over again.
Davi, sit in the cart!
Davi, it was what is known as self-defense. They were trying to kill you.
We approached them.
Say it, but no, that wasn't self-defense.
We
really
did
wasn't.
not
We
kill
thought
them in self-defense.
You
We killed them in cold blood.
Hmm.
However, they were not good people.
you bloodthirsty beasts, to quote myself.
I saw you stabbing a dead body. I wouldn't talk.
He deserves
Take offense to you calling me a beast. ma'am.
No, buddy, Zeshi. You get what you fucking deserve.
Yes, I don't think you need to.
Curse you out in Leonin, but you'd understand it.
I don't think you need to feel too morally torn up about this one, Davi.
It's not moral implication. It's just Davi has never killed anyone before. This is weight that Davi. Yargoth say killing is heavy burden, but it hit me.
Well, you killed that chameleon.
But
Yeah.
chameleon is not person. It's a big dog.
You're still a sentient creature, though.
Well, I think it's a question of
Think about it.
sentience.
The only difference between you and that bird is that you could talk. Not bird, that chameleon is that you could talk.
No.
And same thing goes for me. We're all people.
They can talk if you know the right spells.
That's different. That's you talking to them.
And he's gonna pull out Stickbert and look at him. Stickbert, are you real? Can you talk to Davi? Did Yarkov kill a tree to make you?
I think
This is a better outcome than the last time a barbarian tasted blood for the first time.
more to the
Quinlan.
point. Yeah.
Jesus.
Where he lives in infamy.
Oh
Where
yeah.
he belongs.
Clem, while she's sitting on the cart, is kind of cleaning herself off because she's probably got some foliage and blood on her and whatnot. And she's like, ooh.
Probably a couple, some skin ash.
Yeah.
Um,
Doesn't want to move.
does the you go first, Quinn.
Oh, okay. You can go first.
Okay. Does the axe that Glass gave me, is it all metal or does it have a wooden handle?
Wooden handle.
Okay. Can I take a sharp rock that I will say one of my javelin tips, and I'm gonna mark a notch in the end of the handle.
Sure. You can absolutely do that.
You're gonna keep a marker of those you've killed.
It is something dramatic Davi would do.
So she sees that and then mentally just tries to tally all the people she's killed.
Lola, are you okay? You keep going back and staring at the same spot on
Edma, it
I
seems like
see. Marking your weapon to celebrate a great victory.
What? No, this is not celebration. This is so I do not forget. I may take life. It might be not good life, but it is still life nonetheless. Yargath say all loss of life is tragic, good or bad. You yearn not for what they are, you yearn for what they could have been.
Edma is profound. I don't even know if that's the right word. Just in thought.
Edma, you seem to take the brunt of that explosion back there. How are you feeling?
It's just like Edna just sitting there acting all calm, cool, collected. Just acts about it, thinks about it, the pain.
Clem's gonna look up from her cleaning herself and be like, all right, I have some work to do.
Oh god.
What have I got? Hold on.
My health was halved.
You have second wind, right?
Yeah, I have second wind, but I don't want to use that right now.
Oh,
Usually
neither do I want to
save
use
for a
cure wounds, but I guess I have to because you're kind of crying. So
Oh, I don't care.
Second
I
one is
can
short
fight
rest,
through my
right?
pain.
I've already done it.
Alright.
I think so.
come on.
Yes, you're taking 7, 8, 9, 10 health back.
Awesome.
Be right back.
That leaves me with 1 hit point.
Below.
missing.
Oh yeah, okay.
My mind just went, what's the word I'm looking for?
Thalos pulling out a cannon, it heals in reverse.
He,
But
for
when
some
you load
reason,
it,
the
do you
first
gain
thing
health?
was he pulls out the cannon. He's like, "I got you now," and it just fires backwards into his face. I don't know why I thought of that, but
I mean, that could be because he takes 2d10 force damage when he uses it, so the cannon could be whipping into his face.
no, I mean literally in like cartoon logic, the cannonball fires out the wrong end.
Oh, okay.
On Wile E. Coyote, he got his cannon from Acme.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of he fires it and he just
Oh yeah, that's almost certainly how he's taking force damage.
recoils it up into his face. Well, I was thinking, I mean, in a less cartoonish way, when he takes the force damage, is he fires it and the recoil causes him to fly backwards onto his ass.
I mean, that works too. Anyway. So the cart moves forward, and it doesn't take too long for a decrepit chapel to come into sight at the end of the path.
Does it still have a roof on it?
It does. It's got some
Okay.
holes in it, but there's a roof.
That's fine. I want to know like how decrepit.
The boards are bending. The paint is mostly peeled. There is overgrowth, and there are a couple of holes in the roof.
Is there anybody like guarding it?
There's nobody outside,
So Davi is going to.
and there is a door, but it's barely hanging on its hinges.
Davi is going to see that there's nobody there, and he's going to look at to everybody and say, "Okay, Davi will go ahead, and he will be quiet." And
No.
I'm not going to say anything this time.
No.
I'm just going to see if anyone is there, and then I will come back. I won't say anything. I won't try to make friends.
Should run up ahead. I think we should all collectively
No,
go.
I'm not running up ahead. I will be sneaky and try and see if
I
there's
need to
anyone
pee, so I'm
there.
going to leave you to this conversation for a moment.
Yeah.
We already had this discussion during the last fight. You keep running up and then just yelling at people.
No, I'm not going to yell this time. I'm going to be sneaky, unseen, like slithering snake through
Cedric,
forest.
would you I trust you with this much more. I don't think you'll start yelling at people all of our plan.
I
No, not going
can.
to.
I'm decent at the sneaking thing. The problem is my armor, unfortunately.
Yeah, I have a +6 to stealth.
I don't think we need to stealth here. I think we can just go in. If there are people, we can kill them like we just did now.
I feel like stealth would allow us to get the drop, though. That
Yes,
might be
Davi just wants to know what we are going up against. That is all.
I'm kind
You're
of-
not going to yell at them this.
No,
I'm kind of
Davi's not going to say anything. He'll be quiet.
I'm kind of wishing I was playing Gungnir so I could kick down the door while I was just.
Yeah. Davi promise, and Davi will not break his promise, because that is not good thing to do.
Okay.
Alright, so I am going to stealth up to the chapel and
Okay.
try and get a peek-see.
Sure, roll me stealth.
Alright. That is mod 20.
Mod 20. Okay. All right.
The lowest roll you've made tonight.
Yeah, I know. 14 plus 6. So I'm gonna... I guess you said the door is hanging off by the hinges.
Yeah, it is closed, but it's not secure.
Can I peek through that?
Honestly, no. Davi's not tall enough because it's hanging off the top hinge.
Okay. Can I...
Davi is technically medium, isn't he?
Well, I'm 3'5".
Yeah, canonically he's 3'5",
Oh, okay.
which actually I think puts him into small. I'm almost certain because halflings are like 4 foot.
Can I climb to see this?
I'm not sure what there is to climb on. The door could fall off, and you can see that.
Okay, that's well. I was thinking more the wall. Like not the door itself. Obviously, don't climb on the door, but climb on the wall to get
There isn't-
upward.
Really, any handholds?
Are there any windows? Like, can I walk around the sides to see if there's any openings?
Yeah, you can walk around the side, and there is a couple of windows.
Okay.
Dusty ass windows.
Can I walk up to the dusty window and quietly like brush it off to try and see inside?
Yeah, and you can get your beak up onto the windowsill.
Okay.
Roll me perception with disadvantage. There's dust on the inside too.
Dust.
Dust.
Set. Okay, I have more. That is a mod 14.
On 14. You don't make out any humanoid figures. You think it's a big open space. There's a lot of furniture in there. You're not 100% sure exactly what. Doesn't look like anyone's around. You don't see any lights.
There. Alright, so I will then hop down. I'll head back to the others. And they'll see me come back, and I'll go, okay. Chapel seems to be big and empty and dusty, but there could still be people hanging out in there. Though we could not necessarily get full view of entire chapel.
Okay. Should we head on in then?
And he did not yell.
I would have heard the yelling. I'm proud of you for not elaborating the plans at first. So,
Should we approach stealthily or?
I mean,
Well,
you didn't see anyone, right?
It seems like there is no one there, but they could be hiding, or perhaps there is
Edna's gonna walk up and kick the broken door.
best
Hey, that's
friends.
it.
Man, I'll be surprised if Edma doesn't also get banned from going forward. All right, you come in. You give me a strength check just for the hell of it. Hey, Phoebe.
Hey, sorry about that.
You missed it. Davi did some good sneaking, a little bit of stealth, tried to look through a window. Didn't at first see anyone.
Oh, I heard it all.
Oh, okay, great. I didn't know if you got fuzzy.
I just muted myself. No, I can still hear you.
Cool.
Well, this door's probably got a low check on it because it's a piece of shit.
I didn't
No.
hear what they said.
He said
7.
7.
7?
I got a 7.
It's got a low check. It ain't that low. You kick it in and it just flies in normally.
Good enough.
And makes quite a loud crack and creaking as it slams into the wall and echoes throughout the pews.
Yeah. Davi will just kind of be there near the door and just hear the sound, just kind of look at you with just like really eyes, and then he'll just say, "If anybody's here, could you possibly forget the noises we make? We're trying to be quiet."
Once the door cracks in, there's a gust of wind that goes throughout the entire building. It has nothing to do with Zeshi trying to be dramatic.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. You're trying to be dramatic.
Edna's going to walk in and take in the surroundings inside this church.
You see some dusty, worn-down pews, a very ratty carpet leading from the door up to the preacher's pedestal, which is also not in amazing shape, but still standing. There's dust all over the place, and now in the air. But you also notice near the entryway there's some swords just lying around in crates, and they don't look old.
What are you doing?
Is there a skylight, like a big? You know what they have.
The only natural light is coming in through the side windows.
No, I was asking if it was like one of those churches that had a big window, like a stained glass window.
Oh, up behind the podium?
Yeah.
It's not stained glass, but it is there. And there is some very simple metal filigree on it, but it's not stained glass.
Davi's gonna see that and just kind of like arm bump Cedric, and he'll just kind of go, "Hey Cedric, do you think it would be cool to crash through that and take somebody by surprise?"
Cool, maybe. Practical, likely not.
Edna's gonna rummage through those swords that she saw.
Okay, it's a bunch of long swords. Standard stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna move towards the podium. Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, you're fine. And Davi's gonna see the swords and say, "Does anybody need the sword? They're just hanging out here. They don't look very old."
I don't think I need a sword. Thank you, though. Pretty happy with my scimitar here.
I've got my daggers.
You asked that. The responses come, and as Edma gets about halfway down the carpet, a small door to the left of the podium, near the back of the church, flies open, and out strides this long-haired human, who strides out with a very wide grin on his face. And as he turns towards you all, he's not wearing a shirt underneath, and scarred into his chest is this group's symbol.
It looks painful.
Someone's a little too dedicated.
Yes.
Dramatic.
Welcome back. Not my men. Oh, do we have new recruits? Oh, wonderful. We were lacking manpower around here.
Davi has a question for you.
Davi. Shh.
Well, I just want to ask him about the
Wait,
fanaticism.
Yes, we
Ignore-
are fanatics. We
ignore
are.
him.
We
What
are
he means to
ready
say is-
join. What do you need of us?
Stop it. Stop it.
That is what our
What he means
small
to say is we
companion
are
was
curious and interested in this group you have going on, and would love to know, what we can expect from.
So Davi's going to kind of look at this guy and see what they're all doing and go, "Oh, I get it. May the storm rage on!"
Just
Spoke needs to roll a deception check.
oh boy. My
He's
favorite.
going to do it.
Which of you is not going to betray me? Let's try this one.
Is my deception.
Okay. That's a 14, Chief.
There it is. Okay.
I got a 19.
I've got a cat. Bone! God damn it!
And the cat's got your paint.
No,
16.
not my dice over like a shithead.
He's
Well,
gonna, the man's gonna look over at Edma and Davi. Wonderful. But you should know, you don't simply get to know everything. You learn more as you come in. Let's see, how should we
is
initiate?
this an MLM?
All right, game over. I'm not taking that insult. I'm gone. No.
So Ethan, another door opens up on the other side of the church. Guy comes in. I love Bitcoin.
My next question was, is this Scientology?
No comment.
No, it's the
You might see Tom Cruise flying out of a plane in the background.
It's Big Connect being revived. Oh my God, Ethan, the villain of this campaign is the revival of Big Connect.
I don't really give a shit if it's Tom Cruise. I want to see L. Ron Hubbard rise from the grave. Hey, stop it!
You need to do a lot to get Elrond to rise, or at least to
Sad.
see it.
Or cast True Resurrection.
And he's just gonna stroke his chin. He's gonna look over at Zeshi and Clem. And what of you two?
Yes.
What
Yes.
yeah.
All right.
Why is your church so dusty?
Oh, it's not mine. Simply a building we took up. It was up for grabs. We decided, why not?
Then why haven't you cleaned it? Hi, Moon.
I'm sure
Not
it's going to be our job as the
priorities.
recruits.
Yeah, Davi's
Well-
gonna just kind of take some of the dust and how thick, we talking here?
Pretty thick. Try probably about 5 years of not being upkept.
And he's just gonna. Yeah, you might want to get this clean. This is a lot of dust.
That's not our concern.
Well, you know what they say: clean house makes clean business.
We're not a business, and you should know that if you're looking to join our ranks.
It's more turn of phrase.
Davi.
Now then, you in the cloak. Why don't you tell me what you're really doing here?
Oh, truth be told, the curiosity is real. I'm just,
Why are you annoying me?
I may have run across your group in the past. I'd like to know what that might have entailed. Possibly.
Run across how?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
And, which of the posted men let you six in?
All of them.
We killed your men.
I see.
Blah.
Well,
we thought that they sucked. So
I'm going to draw my sword. I don't
yes.
think this is going
Yeah, I'm bored.
Edna.
Imposters, the lot of you. Well, such a shame. Once you're out cold, we'll beat the submission into you.
I'll be honest with you, sir. I never said a word. I'm no imposter. I'm just here.
And he's going to snap his fingers, and the crates full of swords are going to rattle incessantly. And 5 of them are going to fly out into the air and start dancing around the area.
Oh, Jesus.
And it is time for one more thing of initiative.
Yep.
I got
Let's
20
see
minutes.
if
Better be
these
quick.
fancy dice actually roll well.
We might.
Don't worry, I've ended in the middle of combat before. I know how to handle this.
Zeshi's better prepared this time.
All right, let me
Arthur Clark.
see here.
What are you doing? Okay. I'm just gonna play right there. That's fine. Do I want to sculpt or draw? Drawing sounds quite nice.
Right, we'll go down the line. Matt, what do you have?
17.
17, all right. Tyler?
19.
19.
Same, but he's probably before me.
Yeah, probably. I think that's a fair assessment. Assessment?
Yeah, it's a fair assessment.
My dex is
Assessment, there you go.
Zeshi's assessment.
My dex is only a 10.
Tyler, you should copyright that. By my
You said
assessment.
17, right?
What?
Sorry, real quick, Matt, you said 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just double checking. I have to look at a lot of dice.
Makes sense.
Oh, the swords are all enemies too.
RJ?
24.
Still not letting anyone go first. Okay.
You know, when you live life in the fast lane as a giant bird kanku.
Life in the Kenku lane.
Life in the kanku lane. Life in the soap lane.
Life is so funny.
He wants to ride it all night long. Okay, so that's that. Phoebe,
19.
19 as well, so you overtake Zeshi. Alright, so that's that. So that's Zeshi, Sandra. Good rolls all around. Wait, hang on. Da-da-da-da. I can math. Okay. So that, and then you, and you. All right.
Yeah, these are good DM dice. Not good player dice.
Well, surprise, surprise, Davi, you're up first.
Alright. I guess I'll be walking up to now. I'm just between you and me because we both watch One Piece. He has this symbol on him, much like fucking what was his name? Spring Guy.
The hyena.
Yeah,
Me.
Bellamy. It's kind of like that.
Yes, but bigger.
Okay, that's
Like chest to like almost down to the belly button.
okay. Yeah, all right. I just wanted okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna. What is he? He's up on the chapel.
Yeah, he's up next to the podium, and the swords are dancing around in the way. So a couple of them might get opportunity attacks, not all.
Yeah, I'm what do I have at my disposal? I have javelins.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna kind of look at him.
Oh, hang on. If
Okay.
you're gonna go up to him,
Well, I'm not okay. I'm not going up to him. I'm stopping where the swords are.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna stop right where his swords are, and I'm gonna kind of look at him. I'm gonna look at him and just go, Is all this really necessary with the swords and the laughing and the weird... you know what? Fuck you.
Fuck you.
And
I haven't lived once.
I will rage.
Okay.
Rage.
How many times can you rage?
Twice.
What? Oh, is it once per level?
I don't think so.
It goes up every now and again when you level up.
Every now and again. And I'm going to take my axe and I'm going to try and destroy one of these swords.
Go for it.
Alright. That is a 16.
No, your axe gets parried by the sword.
Okay.
Tough swords. Maybe go
Alright,
for.
well.
Maybe we go for the guy with no armor.
Well, I didn't know if we'd have to attack the swords or not.
Yeah,
so
no.
that's the thing.
Probably can.
Can we attack the swords,
The
or did I
point
just
is
not
that
meet
he
the
doesn't-
AC?
Probably
You just
the
didn't
latter.
see.
Okay, well that's the thing. I was just like, if I didn't need to,
I would have told you if you couldn't attack them.
I was
would've
saying it's
down
probably
levels.
easier to hit the guy who's not wearing armor.
all right, well that's fine.
All right. That being the case, we'll see if this sword can roll better than everyone else tonight. I don't have my hopes up, but hey, the game rules state that I must roll if I wish to make an attack. So hey, what can you do?
I mean, you're the DM. At the end of the day, the rules are yours.
You're right. All of them crit all of you. Thanks, Matt. I needed confidence.
Damn.
No, that one misses.
That's the shortest campaign I've ever played.
I know, right? It was great fun. I spent literal months preparing this. And you know what? Matt's just right. I should just do what I want and TPK you all right now because, I don't know, I feel like it.
Sounds
Sad.
like fun.
Sad.
Anyway, the sword is still caught parrying your axe, so it fails to get ya.
That's some
You
arrogant
didn't
shit
run that
happened.
encounter how I wanted. You asked him questions. Now you all die.
I mean, just Matt raised a good point. I can do whatever I want, and if I want things to be more challenging, I can just crit all of you repeatedly. I'm not saying it's fair, but it's challenging. All right. In all seriousness, Clem, you're up.
So we've got a dude surrounded by a bunch of swords.
Yank him out of the swords.
I'd have to move
I thought
up.
the swords are
He's
floating
not
around the
swords,
room.
they're just floating about the area between most of you and him.
I'd still have to move
Well,
up.
I thought the swords were floating around him.
No, he's
No,
sure
he's
he's-
from the area. They didn't come to his beck and call.
I'm
Oh.
sure they're,
The path. Like I said, if you wanted to move up to him, you'd take attacks of opportunity because you would be moving through their squares.
yeah, that's what I thought. I'm assuming he is further than 30 feet away.
From your distance, yeah, he's probably about 40.
Well, I want to save my last spell slot in case somebody gets fucked. So, we'll do chill
Boomerang.
touch. He needs to make a... Oh no, I need to make an attack. Blood or honey, boys?
Blood.
Blood? Okay, that's the only response I got.
Blood.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. No. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 18. 18 to hit.
Yeah, 18 hits. What are you hitting him with?
I'm hitting him with Chill Touch, which has a range of 120 feet, and I'm assuming he is at least that close.
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Hell yeah.
He does Dimension Door, he's gone.
So, sorry, an 18 hits, right?
Yes.
Like to roll on the same breed here. That is 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And again, he cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Oh, all the healing spells I gave him.
Just kind of
It
reminds.
was so perfect.
My plan. It was so perfect.
Apparently not perfect enough.
My plan! It was perfect!
And that's my turn.
Me becoming the Earth Leader,
All
blah blah.
right.
Taking 7 years, blah blah. You escaping, blah blah.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Zeshi, you are up.
Next time, gorgeous. Next.
Sorry, who's up?
Son of a.
Zeshi.
Yeah. Looks
All
like
Sorry,
right.
what were you quoting?
gorgeous.
We're quoting
Freeman.
Gorgeous Freeman. Well,
It
Oh,
looks
If it
like we
isn't
have you
gorgeous
completely so-
Freeman.
I remember that now.
required that ass immediately.
Alright, since there's no one around the guy at the moment, no friendlies at least, I'm gonna use one of my few long range spells and do Ice Knight.
Yeah, go for it.
Ah, a great one.
Damn, hit him in all the swords.
Mm.
The swords aren't around him.
That is a 25. I'm assuming that hits.
You would be correct.
He flexes and gets 99 AC.
Even when Zeshi actually uses magic, it's a fucking dagger.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Be the flavor for Zeshi only uses dagger spells.
Alright, I have to do it. And which are you or the D10? You're the D10, you're the D10. I mean, actually use this dice. I'm going to use it like twice. And that is a 7, and then you need to take a dex save.
A dex save. He got an 11.
That does not make it, my friend.
Well, shoot.
unfortunate.
And so that's 2d6. So that's 7 plus 5 is 12,
12.
plus 2 is 14.
14. Okay. What's the range on the explosion?
Within 5 feet.
Okay. None of the swords are that close.
Nope,
All right. Anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
All right, Cedric.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go up to the big guy and try and stab him.
So you are going to move through the swords?
Oh, the swords are between me and him.
At
Yeah.
least 2 of them will get attacks of opportunity if you try to just move right up to him.
Okay, I'll go up to the swords then. and try
All right.
and Whack one of them with the pike.
Whack a sword. Go for it.
Need to get above a 16.
Well, I got one above. Is that enough?
You got a 17?
I did.
By the skin of your teeth.
Alright. Let's go.
You beat that hunk of metal.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's some good shit. That's 13 damage.
13 damage. All right. Yeah, you crack this thing pretty good and it kind of tumbles over itself.
Is it at all possible for me to gauge how bad it's looking? Just from looking at it?
That was a pretty good crack, and it's now moving a lot slower than the others.
Alright, I have a new trick, so I'm gonna action surge and hit it again.
Go for it.
No, I'm not. That's a nat 1.
Well, you tried.
Cedric, you get a little too full of yourself, and you're like, I know, I'll give it a good stab after that whack. Whoop! Right, swords are very slim.
Alright. That's my go.
Alright, so we're gonna try to speed run some of these. Alright, Cedric, it's coming back at you. Can it hit? I don't believe a 15 hits you.
Just barely misses.
Just barely misses. That's a shame. Oh well.
Gives me a bit of a haircut.
Well, the sword can't cry, so nothing else will happen there. Let's see here. Edma, it's your turn.
Oh, right. How many swords are between me and the guy? Because I was
You
like
are
halfway
first,
down.
so there's going to be one between you and him that could get an attack of opportunity.
I'm gonna walk past him.
All right. It'll take that chance. 15 doesn't hit you either. At least they're rolling okay.
Yee.
Pretty sure 15 only hits Clem.
All right, I am going to stab at my boy.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, 15 only hits Clem.
Hey!
On my other dice. Does a 14 hit?
It doesn't.
Awesome. Fuck you. You're going in dice jail, and dice jail's just over there.
A 14 would hit me as
I'm
well.
gonna action surge and try to hit him again.
Go for it.
That would be action surge. I hope a mod 20 hits.
You would be correct, considering an 18 hit him earlier.
And then
Just this one time, it does not.
I've decided no. I don't think it will.
12 damage.
12 damage. All right, so he manages to weave out of the way of your first attack. Not so lucky with the follow-up. And despite the cut going across his chest, he doesn't seem phased. Like, he's clearly taking damage, but he doesn't seem bothered by it. And
Okay. I still have my bonus action, don't
I believe so.
if you action surged, I don't think so.
I? Oh, then okay.
I believe action surge is your bonus action.
Is it? Oh. Because it just says you can take one additional action.
Hang on. Let me just coordinate here. Quinn, action surge is a bonus action, correct? Am I remembering that right?
It's no action.
No action? Okay, I couldn't quite remember. It's been a little too long since I got to play Zergo, so...
Yeah, sorry about that.
Slipping from memory. No, I'm not blaming you, that's just a fact.
Yep.
Then you still have your bonus action.
I do.
I want to use my daunting roar on this.
She does, yes.
So he needs to succeed on a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw,
Or be frightened, right?
or be frightened.
$19 will do it.
Yeah, 19 will.
He's just gonna smile at you. Aw, adorable.
You're going to die.
You're going to.
Then so be it. We'll all die eventually.
I mean, we will. He's not wrong.
I don't know what to say, Glenda. You know this guy?
This man makes me slightly uncomfortable.
Alright, for his turn, he is going to give himself a little tap on the chest, and his form is going to start to distort visually and blur, if you will, in front of your eyes.
You just cast haste.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Blur, if you will.
He is, however, going to draw a scimitar, and he gets one strike at Edma this turn.
I don't like how similar this man is to me. He carries a scimitar and talks about death the same way I do.
What does blur do?
Gives people disadvantage on attack rolls against him.
Okay. Is that like permanent, or does somebody attack him and then it goes away?
It's probably like concentration or something. So we
Okay.
could probably break
Let
his
me double check
concentration.
mods here. That is a 22 to hit.
Sorry for all the noise.
No, you're good. You're good. Let me see here. Oh, that's not the right die. Where is it? I had it a second. There it is. Okay, Matt, take 7 damage as he cleaves you, who is the she, across the cheek with the scimitar.
Oh, that's fun. I guess he rolled higher than an 18.
He did. He rolled a 22.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, we move on to sword number 3, who's going to take he's going to take a crack. It doesn't even matter. Nat 1. And
Who was it gonna take a crack at?
I was going to take a crack at Zeshi, but
That's what's around. You can't touch it.
Now, that one doesn't really matter. You know what? I'm not gonna say it's its fault. Zeshi's just a slippery witch.
Yes, she is.
And then,
Who makes moves over here?
another sword is going to get blocked by Cedric's pike as it comes in at him. And then finally, one going at Clem. Well, somebody rolled one up. 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Ooh, okay. Well,
This is gonna hurt.
it's 9 damage as it slashes across one of your arms.
Ow!
Pretty deep cut there.
Ow!
And that cleanly takes us back to the beginning of initiative, so a good place to leave off for the night.
Alright.
What?
Thank you for that.
It is 10 p.m., so
Yeah, it's our cutoff for Tyler.
Jesus, it's 10 already.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
oh, no problem. I knew if I could just get through one round, we'd be good.
Hmm.
But I didn't want to end 20 minutes early. There was fighting to be had. Even if just a little.
I would have liked to get more conversation in to try and get more information, but
Well, you can thank Edma for that one.
yep.
Well, didn't think it was going anywhere.
It seemed like it was going somewhere. Oh,